welcome to the Hannahcast, everybody. My name is Christian, and today, Oscar nominations are out. This isn't like an official prediction video right now, but a, it is a, what's the word I'm looking for? It is, oh wait, hold on. There we go. It is. Oh wait. Oh man. Oops. My microphone wasn't here. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, the Oscar nomination. This isn't my official predictions or prediction. This isn't my official predictions. But we will be discussing the Oscar nominees and giving our general thoughts and stuff. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Hunter Huye says, "Cannot wait to share my thoughts on the nominations." Well, here we go. Like, we got it. Let's do it. So, yeah. This is going to be... Like, this is... Oh, hold on. Got some super chatters. Oops, hold on. Not super chatters. I would love super chats, but, like, no, regular chatters. Aaron says hello. You think Gladstone can still win the Oscar? I mean, hey, not impossible. I think it could still... If SAG still goes for her... By the way, how do you guys like this? Like, I've always liked going to the Instagram for the Oscars and getting their stories and just having it, like grabbing these things, because I feel like they look really good here. But I do think if Lily Gladstone can win at SAG, she can still win the Oscars. How many nominations out of 20 did you get right? Well, let me check the Awards Expert app, the Award Expert app. I keep saying Awards Expert. It's Award Expert. I think I there was a lot that I didn't get right. Let's see. Okay, I'm going on here and I got 91 out of 120 nominations right. I ranked 495 on Award Expert. So yeah, Alvin Vodka says doing good. Very curious as to how you feel about the nominations. I mean, and snubs. The snubs hurt a lot. But overall. Now, in terms of Best Picture, I've seen 6 out of the 10. Although I have a feeling I'm going to really like I haven't seen American Fiction, I haven't seen Anatomy of a Fall, I haven't seen Poor Things or The Zone of Interest. But the fact that I think the worst one is Maestro, and I still think it's a really good movie, that's a good sign. Like, that is a really, really good sign that so far the worst one I saw was Maestro, and I still really liked it. So, yeah. What the... Uh-oh. Hold on, let me fix something here. Something's not right. There we go. Alright. My first time here, even though I've seen your videos. Hey, welcome. I want to try to do these more regularly if these become... if these streams are successful, especially like last time, like, oh my god, then it will become feasible for me to do a lot more of these in the future. Naiad getting multiple nominations is ridiculous. Okay. Let's just start with the obvious, Naiad. Okay, first of all, good god, if you look at the comments in my video, my Oscar reactions video, Naiad fans are so mean. Like, good god, they are insufferable. Like, it's fine if you're glad they got nominated. Great, I'm happy for you. People are, like, saying that I'm actually stupid and that they're unsubscribing because, and I'm just like, okay, bye. It's like, if you're upset that I didn't correctly predict Naiad, it's like, what? Like, people are weird. And look, yeah, I would not have nominated... Like, I don't even think Annette Bening and Jodie Foster were bad in the movie. It's just, I thought there were other people that were there were other women that I thought were significantly better. But, yeah, Naiad fans are relentless. I'm predicting the Killers of the Flower Moon is this year's The Irishman. I mean, look, if Lily Gladstone doesn't win lead actress, it very well could be just another killer, just another Irishman. Right now, Aaron says, right now I think Oppenheimer is on track for at least 7 Oscar wins. Let's talk about this a little bit, all right? Again, I do want to think a little bit more before I do my official predictions next week. But right now, I think Oppenheimer takes Best Picture, Director, Actor, Supporting Actor, Adapted Screenplay, Cinematography, Film Editing. Let's see. Sound and Score. Somebody keep track how many that is, because if I'm not mistaken, that's 8. That's 8 wins, I believe. Either 8 or 9. Which would put it as one of the biggest, like, Oscar juggernauts in history. So that's kind of big. And good God, if it somehow wins makeup because of that stat, wow. That would be an insane amount of wins. Or if they decided to go with Emily Blunt, like, I don't know. It's just going to be insane. Let's see. Before I give you my thoughts, I had an interesting dream that you yelled at the top of your lungs at the Academy for Spider-Man being left out of several things, along with Foster and Benning getting in. Yeah, man, I had that dream too. That was wild. Wasn't it amazing when Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, got nominated for Best Original Score? Because I loved that nomination a lot, because it it really deserved it. Anyways, so yeah. 80 House That Hulk Built says, I got 86 out of 120 right, but I did get 5 out of 5 for Best Actress. Wow! 5 out of 5 for Best Actress. Like, you went on a big swing there. I gotta say, speaking of big swings, guys, round of applause for me for correctly getting, adapted screenplay right. Like, saying Killers of the Flower Moon would not get in, and The Zone of Interest would. Like, man, that is incredible. The fact that I actually got adapted screenplay all correct. When mostly no one did, because everyone just assumed Killers of the Flower Moon was safe. Man. I gotta commend myself. Humble, #humble brag. Melton got snubbed. Yeah. It's tougher. I can't, here's the thing about supporting actor for me. I don't know if I can say he was snubbed because, I haven't seen American Fiction. I haven't seen Poor Things. So, yeah. But he was very good in the movie. But I'm really upset that Dominic Sessa didn't get in. How do you nominate The Holdovers for Best Picture and Dominic Sessa doesn't come along with that? Bradley Cooper and Paul Thomas Anderson keep getting nominated and losing. Yeah, that is true. I don't know if I don't think Bradley Cooper's going to win lead actor this year. I don't think so. Not when you have Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti ahead of him. Good God, if he wins SAG, that's insane. Alvin Vodka says, I've only seen Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Past Lives out of the Best Picture nominees. Yeah. Let's see. I'm assuming you don't have Netflix, so you probably can't see Maestro. Best Picture predictions were good. I mean, to be fair, everyone had the same Best Picture nomination predictions because, the fact that the PGA went for something like Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall over The Color Purple, that's kind of nuts. They don't go for international film. So at that point, it was okay, well, now it's just locked in with what it's going to be. Let's see. Thoughts on the Barbie backlash. I, in my personal opinion, think there's a bit too much overreaction because Greta and Margot still technically got nominated. I do get it to a sense. I do get because yes, Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig still got Oscar nominations this year. But I can also see why you would be upset that, I thought, for example, even I would agree that I thought Margot Robbie gave a better performance than Annette Bening. So I can't, and in terms of directing, well, okay, I haven't seen Poor Things, Anatomy of a Fall, and The Zone of Interest, so I can't really say. I probably would put Margot Robbie in over Martin Scorsese, but again, that's not That's not so I can't truly call director. But again, with lead actress, even though I haven't seen Poor Things or Anatomy of a Fall, I can still say I thought Margot Robbie was better than Annette Bening, so I thought she should have been in. I think there two things can be true at once. You know, you can be bummed that they didn't get nominated in categories that you think they should have gotten nominated in, even if they did get nominated somewhere else. However, like there is also the side where it's like there is a bit of, you can be a bit overreactive. I don't know. It's a tough balance. It honestly is. I mean, look at me. I'm the guy who is still really, really sore that Elemental got animated feature over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Which was like one of the best movies of the year, mind you. So, I get that. So, it's tough. Like, there's passion. I will say, if it's people, like, complaining over stuff that's, like, you know, that they haven't seen, sure. Like, again, that's why I can't truly call Greta Gerwig's snub a, you know... I feel like if you're gonna complain that somebody didn't get that somebody or something didn't get nominated, you need to back that up with who would you take out, and acknowledge if you've seen that or not. Again, with lead actress, yeah, I will complain that Annette Bening got nominated because I don't think she should have been in the category over Margot Robbie. But again, I can't say that that Margot Robbie deserved it over Emma Stone or Sandra Hüller because I haven't seen those movies. So it is a tough balance. Supporting actress and score were the worst categories this year. I don't know. I mean, other than Jodie Foster, I did really like what they're doing with supporting actress. Actually, what I just realized, I've seen all of these movies. Oppenheimer, Color Purple, Barbie, Nyad, Holdovers. You take Jodie Foster out, I mean, it's a great category. So I don't know if I'd call this one of the worst. And with score, I mean, look, yes, I am very, very bummed that Spider-Man got in. But at the same no, that Spider-Man did not get in. I've listened to some of the score for Poor Things, and it is very good. I have not listened to the score for American Fiction, and you know, with Indiana Jones. Here's the thing, I kind of figured Spider-Man was on the cutting block. I only put it in for original score because I was like, all right, maybe they won't repeat what they did last year with Pinocchio. Because I was suggesting that Spider-Verse was probably not going to get in initially, but I should have stuck to my guns on that because I knew John Williams was coming. Like, even when no one else was predicting him, even though he got no other precursors, I stuck to my guns and went, no, okay, Indiana Jones is just going to get in because it's John Williams. All right, so it's tough. Do you work in film and TV, or did you go to acting school? I wish. No, this is just I just did YouTube. I mean, I do have a day job, but I do want to make YouTube a sustainable thing. So, just saying. Man, how did I get there? Yoink. So yeah, no, I did not go to film. I don't work in film or TV, and I did not go to acting school. Director was the best lineup this year. Again, it's tough. I've only seen 2 of the nominees. So I can't comment on Anatomy of a Fall, Poor Things, or Zone of Interest. But I mean, I'm hoping it's a great lineup. I think that really just says more about, with the whole Greta Gerwig snub, I feel like it just says more about how great of a year this was for movies. Like, everyone seems to, like, a lot of people are saying this is, like, one of the best picture lineups they've seen in a while. So it's, like, it's hard to complain about a lot of these things. And the fact that Alexander Payne still got snubbed. Like, I was fully prepared and I was saying, we're not going to have any women directors this year, and there's going to be a lot of backlash, a lot of outrage, but it's just probably going to happen. But we ended up getting one, and for a lot of people, that was, like, the best case scenario. Annette Bening just looks like Andrea Riseborough. No, here's the thing, and, like, Annette Bening had some stuff. Like there was a way to see her coming. because she did get the Golden Globe and she got SAG. And even though with Andrea Riseborough, I thought she was deserving of a nomination for To Leslie. Like, when I ended up actually seeing the movie, I thought she was phenomenal in To Leslie. And I would have given her a nomination, and there's an argument to be made for her for the win. Annette Bening, no. You're not stupid for how you feel about Nyad. Hey, thank you, Hunter. Thank you. Like, you're not crazy, you know? Again, it's fine if people like Nyad. I mean, it's generally liked. I didn't like Nyad all that much, and I don't think I would have nominated Annette Bening or Jodie Foster, but again, I'm not upset if anyone else thinks that. Poor Things or Killers of the Flower Moon could win nothing. Absolutely true. Because I genuinely do not believe Poor Things is going to win Adapted Screenplay, even at the BAFTAs. I think at the BAFTAs, they are just going to go with Oppenheimer because it is the biggest, like, contender. Unless the BAFTAs actually... Man, what if the BAFTAs actually go for American Fiction? That would be crazy. I don't think they will. But I do think the BAFTAs will probably give it to the Oppenheimer because it is just the biggest contender, and it has a chance to actually win the most Oscars in BAFTA history, or at least tie it with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Spider-Verse got snubbed for both original score and visual effects, the latter of which I think deserved it. I mean, true, I agree. Like, especially in a weak year for visual effects. There was no excuse to snub Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Not when you have Mission Impossible. Like, Mission Impossible was just... The visual effects in that movie it was just like the same basic Mission Impossible stuff that we've seen for years now. It's not doing anything technically innovative. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse was one of the most visually innovative films of all time. And I know there's the argument of where do the effects begin and where does the animation begin? The animation is the visual effects. That's how animation works. Animation is a visual effect. So, yeah, man. I don't even know if I can really say if, I'm starting to think, again, it was just like, but I can't even really just blame, like, the visual effects thing about it, because it's like, the Oscars just in general didn't care about animation this year. And it's so sad. My big swing was America Ferrera because of the See Her Award. It wasn't I wouldn't say it was a complete big swing. Like, there was a chance that was going to happen. But again, for something like me, like a big swing would be saying that Elemental's not getting animated feature. That's a big swing because, like, a lot of people thought that what that was happening and ended up being right. I still can't, like, oh god, Elemental over Ninja Turtles. Hate that. Regardless. I was predicting that Spider-Verse would get nothing. That was my big prediction. Not even for animated feature? That's crazy. Like you have to have at least put it in animated feature. I got 5 out of 5 in editing. Editing. I'm trying to think. What was, like... Oh, wait, no. I got I was 4 out of 5, because I thought they were going to do the Zone of Interest and leave out Poor Things, but they just did Poor Things. They kind of left out Zone of Interest in almost every tech category, didn't they? Because it got picture, director, screenplay, international feature, and sound. Sound was like the only tech category they got. I was not surprised that Kills was left out of adapted screenplay. I mean, I kind of figured it was going to happen, but wow. Why is it in another category where animated features are snubbed? Animation is not only for children. Facts. Like, you're nothing but speaking fact. You're speaking nothing but facts, Revy. Animation, like, does deserve to be taken more seriously. Like, what the hell? Like, did Guillermo del Toro's message last year fall on deaf ears? Like, what happened? All right. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why. Guillermo del Toro was giving this big impassioned speech over animation being cinema and not being a genre for kids. It's a medium. And yet, now it's just like, oh, the Oscars this year, we're just going to completely ignore his message and do the exact same thing we did last year and not nominate animated movies for anything other than animated feature. Like something needs to change. Like they need to take animation more seriously. It's especially stuff like this that makes me say we're not going to have another animated feature in Best Picture. Like at the very least for a good long while, because they just don't want to do it. They just don't want to do it. Annette only got nominated because she took swimming classes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who really liked Nayad and liked the performance. It's probably a lot of older voters, so it's also probably that, but it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know how anyone got all 5 supporting actor right. I just didn't see Dafoe getting in. He's been nominated quite a bit the last few years, and he doesn't really do much. I haven't seen Poor Things, so I can't completely say, but I mean, like, good God, the fact that Sterling K. Brown got in for American Fiction, that showed, like, how strong that film was. Like, my God. Like, I didn't think that was actually happening. I was backing Sterling K. Brown for months. I mean, hey, that's great. Glad you got that prediction. Even if Cooper would have won SAG, would you consider reevaluating for prediction for Best Actor? If Bradley Cooper won SAG, I'd be forced to, because it's like, then we have a 3-horse race. A really tight 3-horse race. I don't know what I would do at that point. Because, like, keep in mind, the BAFTAs are coming next, and then the SAG Awards. So that's going to be really, really tough. Admittedly, I need to figure out a way to watch the Oscars, because, you know, I tried getting an antenna today so I could get ABC, but apparently the signal doesn't get to ABC, so it's like, I need I probably have to get like a $20 trial of Sling TV, but I need like the funds to do that and stuff, so I need to figure out a way to do that, because I need to get that out. So yeah, it's gonna be really tough this award season. Is Cillian Murphy too subtle to win Best Actor? I would not say so. Cillian Murphy, here's the thing. Everyone talks about, like, early on, talked about how subtle he was, but he's not really that subtle in the film. Because, like, you look at his expressions, it's like, it's very, in the fact that Christopher Nolan, you know, puts the camera directly in Cillian Murphy's face, so that there's no mistake as to what he is feeling, like what his emotions are, what his character's going through. I feel like that was a very smart choice, because it allowed the performance to be way more vocal without him saying a whole lot. So I feel like it's not too subtle. He can win it. That was a close source saying that Margot Robbie was okay with being left out of Best Actress, but is proud of the achievements they were nominated for. I would not be surprised if that was her attitude. It's a very professional kind of attitude to have, and yeah, I would not be surprised. Do you think they could put 2 females in Best Director this year, or well, maybe not this year, but next year? There's always a possibility. It depends on the competition. It always depends on the competition. Barbie, I'm sure, locked in original song. I'm just kind of, what was I made for? Production design, and if win costume, because beating Poor Things. Yeah, Barbie, I think, is winning 3 Oscars. I think it's winning 3 Oscars. And then I think original song, production design, and costume design are very good bets to have. I watched Robot Dreams. That was so good. I need to see Robot Dreams. I really do need to see Robot Dreams. I want to see it so bad. I would rather Turtles over Spider-Verse. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'd certainly have Turtles over Elemental. Easily. I would have them over everything but Spider-Verse, but still, mainly Elemental. Do you think that James Gunn could get a Best Director nomination in the future? Why not? I mean, we're now, like, you know, we're at a point in history where, like, Jordan Peele from Key and Peele got Best Director, at least a nomination. Christopher Nolan is probably going to win Best Director. So it's like, it's not impossible. I mean, James Gunn's a great director. I mean, and if he makes a film that, you know, appeals to the Academy and stuff like that, like, he could definitely do that one of these days. What are the movies you didn't like from last year's Best Picture nominees? Okay, well, this is going to be some hot takes, I guess. I didn't like Tar. I did not like Triangle of Sadness. I didn't like Everything Everywhere All at Once, even though that was like the winner. I'm trying to think of what else got nominated that year. Like, what else got nominated? Let me look at the Best Picture nominees. Yeah, those are the only three I didn't like last year. So, yeah. I would have put in Fantasia over Annette. I would agree with that. Yeah. Gilberto Benites says, I haven't seen Robot Dreams, but for some reason I put it at number 3 in my top 10, 5 best animated films of 2023. Now with the nomination, I really want to see it now. Well, I mean, you can't really put it in your top 10 if you haven't seen it. That kind of defeats the purpose. You gotta see it first before you actually put it in the list, because like you don't know how you're gonna like that film. So yeah, the Bella soundtrack from Poor Things is fantastic. It is. Have you seen the Film Drunk's reaction to Indiana Jones? Oh yeah, I did see that, where he was like, Indiana Jones and the dial of my ass. Just like, he's really funny. Oh wait, oopsies. Wait. What the? Wait, what in the world? Why did it do that? Okay, yeah, there it is. He called the movie Indiana Jones and the dial of my ass. Yeah, that was really funny. Let's see. Hey guys, hello. The Zone of Interest underperformed with text. It still got into Best Sound category, but I was predicting it to get into cinematography, production design, and the score. Same. I thought it would do that. What do you think about Asteroid City? Deserves something. Art direction, costumes, screenplay. I thought Asteroid City was fine. I probably would have given it a nomination for production design, maybe. But like that's probably all I would have given it. The Film Drunk's reaction to Annette Bening was hilarious. You saw his soul leave his body. Yeah. Poor Jonathan. My God. Margot and Greta was snubbed, but nominee and producer was fine me. Again, I get it if you do think, yeah, if like recognizing that they did get Oscar nominations, but you still wanted them to get nominated for those specific categories that you were rooting for. I completely get that. I think that's completely fair. Spider-Verse score in the movie sounds great, but sometimes it gets too carried away to the point where I was watching a lengthy music video. It's kind of distracting sometimes. I don't know. I disagree. I thought it was one of the best scores of the year. Margot Robbie was better last year in Babylon. I don't know if I would agree with that. I don't know. Let's see. Riseborough, in my opinion... Riseborough in any non-Blanchett year would have won. Hell, Emma is brilliant in Poor Things, and she's better than Stone in Poor Things. Again, I can't speak on Poor Things, so I can't really say anything about that. I mean, again, Riseborough was phenomenal. I think Paul Giamatti would make the most sense in winning Best Actor. I mean, I think he would make sense. I don't know about the most sense, because I don't think... I mean, between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti... I don't think anyone makes the most sense. It's just like, it's probably a coin flip at this point. Oppenheimer might win 8 Oscars, though. Very possible. I think it might, yeah. Lanthimos led Coleman in a 10-nominated film to a win and lost everything else. Watch Emma win, Soul win. I mean, again, that's possible. We need to see what SAG does. Could Nolan win 3 Oscars? Very possible. I genuinely think Oppenheimer has a better shot at screenplay than many people think. I need to watch Naya. The feeling I get from the Jodie nom is that she really does feel real in that role. As for Benning, I thought she wasn't very good, but it could be just the screenplay issue. I feel like I don't know. Like I thought they were good I thought they were good in the movie, but I don't think I would not have given them Oscar nominations for it. I do respect the physical work, though. Yeah, I would say that. Do you think it's likely that The Holdovers will win original screenplay? Probably. If it wants to win Best Picture, it probably... Some people are still saying that, oh, it's over. Like, Oppenheimer is just taking Best Picture. Never say it's over right now. Because, people have failed to realize this. Do not say that it's over. Because it's most likely not over. The Holdovers did not get a directing nomination or supporting actor. But, Green Book did not get director and still won. Coda did not get director and still won. As long as The Holdovers wins original screenplay and supporting actress. That's all it needs as a requirement to win Best Picture. Obviously, there's no requirement, but you know what I mean. If it wins PGA for Best Picture and it wins original screenplay at BAFTA, I will switch my prediction to the holdovers, because I feel like because we don't have the Writers Guild nominations or the Writers Guild awards, so we'll have to see. I thought it was possible that Nolan got snubbed for Best Director, but I didn't predict it. Oh god, I would have. Oh wow, remember how I was mad that Elemental got in over Ninja Turtles? I would have almost been done with the Oscars if Nolan got snubbed. Probably not. Probably would not have really been done, but I would have come close. Imagine the Gerwig and Margot snubs gives Gosling the momentum to win. He just posted his public comment about it. I don't know, because like some people are like, there's maybe that's a possibility, but then there's also a possibility of like maybe this makes Oscar voters want to stay away from Barbie. Like, oh no, what did we do? This is what happens when we nominate big IP movies in Best Picture. I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not even saying that is the case. But I'm just saying we don't really know what's going to happen. An original screenplay goes to Anatomy of a Fall. It's not even close in my opinion. Again, it's never over. Like, we didn't think Coda was ever winning adapted screenplay over The Power of the Dog or any of those other films. So, like, it's never over. Wait till BAFTA. Wait till BAFTA, and then we can fully say. I'm actually surprised that almost no one know this, but Spider-Verse has been using AI since the first one. Okay, I think what you're saying is that there's some AI tools in there for the artist to use to speed up the process. But to be fair, if you're talking about that stuff, like, that's in every movie. Like, for example, like, you know, those big, like, even like, you know, simulated battle sequences or simulated water. Technically, that's AI trying to figure out the physics of all that. And it speeds up the process. Like, it's when AI, fully takes over the creative vision. Like, it completely erases the point of the artist. That's when AI becomes a problem. Some type of AI is used in almost every film to some degree or another. It just depends on to what extent the AI again where the line is drawn. So I'm not surprised that there's some AI usage in Spider-Verse, but again, that's been going on for like years now. Simulations, all that stuff. Again, like, that's not really all that uncommon. In Best Actor, when it comes to two actors, they give it to the most overdue. Not always. You know, look at Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne, I mean, like, the overdue narrative was Michael Keaton. But then Eddie Redmayne beat him because he just gave a stronger performance. We'll have to see. So it's not always about the narrative. Do you think Oppenheimer has a chance to adapt its screenplay? Absolutely. It is. Like, here's the thing. It's winning at least seven other Oscars. I'm actually, picture, director, actor, supporting actor, cinematography, film editing, sound, score. It's winning at least 8 other Oscars. So, like, at that point, it's kind of like, if you're giving the movie 8 Oscars, why not throw in adapted screenplay to come along with it? So it's not impossible. I got 5 out of 5 in original song. The Killers of the Flower Moon song was obvious when you remember Everything Everywhere All at Once got the song nomination out of nowhere. True, and I did have the Killers song at number 6, so... And they do like their Best Picture nominees. Like, I should have also remembered this kind of stat. They will most likely nominate Best Picture nominees in score and song, unless, like, one of their legends is in the category, like John Williams or Diane Warren. I think that's a good stat to go off of moving forward. Like, unless the score has John Williams or the song has Diane Warren attached to it, you might want to go with Best Picture nominees, because they don't, like, especially in recent years, they don't really want to move away from those. Biggest surprise for me was Godzilla -1 getting nominated for Best Visual Effects. Yeah, that was pretty insane. Like, wow, it actually managed to do that. I need to rewatch Godzilla -1 because I'm hoping the theater I was in just didn't make the effects look all that good. I'm just begging, like once it comes to home media or streaming or something, like, I can rewatch it and go, okay, yeah, maybe it was the theater I was in, because I don't know. I thought Poor Things in editing was mid, at least 1/3. No spoilers. No spoilers. Nope, let's not do that. Whoa, Oppenheimer finally officially released in Japan on March 29th after 3 weeks Oscars and few controversy. I mean, yeah, I'm wondering if Oppenheimer can finally like get pushed into like $1 billion at this point. Who knows? The year I finally leave Gold Derby, I would have made it into the top 30 LMAO. The universe hates me. I mean, I like admittedly I haven't been using Gold Derby a whole lot. Look, I'm just going to say it. I'm like it's not even it doesn't even have to do with like Brother Bro anymore. It's like the award expert app I think is just a better app than Gold Derby because like the Gold Derby app constantly crashes on me. The interface is really confusing and really buggy. This award expert, it's not perfect, but I've rarely experienced a crash. So yeah, I think Best Actor is just who you like more. I mean, I think it's really just for most categories. I mean, obviously, for something like I feel like visual effects, you need to take into consideration the actual technical achievement of it all. But something like, for example, Best Picture, the acting categories, screenplay, director, I feel like you do want to go off of your own personal tastes and stuff. In 2017, I wish they gave Best Actress to Isabelle Huppert, that Emma Stone could get her Oscar this year. I did not see Elle, so I can't. I can't speak on that. I'm glad Killian is getting his due. Been waiting since Pluto. Haven't seen Pluto, so I haven't seen that. Sterling K. Brown was great, to be honest. I can't say. I I don't think Bradley goes to SAG. I don't think Bradley goes to SAG. I don't think so either, but I don't know. It's going to be really tough between Paul Giamatti and Cillian Murphy. Best Actor nominees was good. No more snubbed from other predictions. I can't quite. So far, like the only one I haven't seen was American Fiction. So far, all of these are great nominees. I love that. Like these are phenomenal nominees. Since SAG has the huge TV block of actors, Giamatti has the edge. I don't know. Again, I'm not exactly sure. We will have to see. Have you seen The Wolf of Wall Street? Margot is better in that film. I have seen it, but however, it's been years, and I can't fully say that she was better in the film because, again, I haven't seen that movie in nearly a decade. Bradley hasn't done TV since Alias. I don't know if TV has a big part to do with it. I think that's more coincidental than anything. But I will say, I do think, like, if he does win at SAG, it's going to be insane. Lily is going to win Best Actress because they said it perfect by having the native drummers there for Best Song. It's going to be awesome. I think she's going to win Best Actress because they might think she's the best she gives the best performance of the year, and maybe they're moved by her speeches or whatever. But it's like, I feel like I do think there is still a way for Lily Gladstone to win Lead Actress. I think there just is. Killian does have amazing expressive eyes. That he does. Let's see. They put 2 female directors in before, so it's not new to them, thankfully. Yeah, they could. Again, they could do that. They could absolutely do that. Again, it probably will happen again in the future. I don't know if it's going to happen next year, because I don't know exactly all the contenders. If Giamatti wins SAG, which I would be fine with, then do you declare Giamatti the frontrunner? Probably yes. Probably yes. Whoa. You didn't like Tar? Ouch. Hey, look, I'm sorry. That's just kind of how it is. I thought the movie was very boring, and I thought, like, the lead character was insufferable, and not in a good way. But yeah. I'm assuming you mean Avatar The Way of Water was mid. I disagree. I loved Avatar The Way of Water. Oh yeah, you think Tar was one of the best one of your favorite masterpieces this decade? Hey, look, that's your truth. Like, all right, that's great. Like, I didn't, but yeah. I love Tar, but it was very boring to me, so it makes sense. But Blanchett still gave the performance of the decade. I even disagree about that. I'm gonna be honest. I would not have even nominated Cate Blanchett. It's like she was good, but there wasn't really a whole lot of range in that performance. I was like, all right, I've seen she's good. Cate Blanchett's good, but I thought she was better in other movies. So. You didn't like Women Talking, Avatar, or Elvis. Man, I loved all those movies. Damn. Favorite actor of all time. Man, that's tough. That's tough for me to say. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure right now. Like, I don't know if I have a favorite actor right now. Tar and Banshee's Justice because way too much was given to Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, I don't like. I would have given Banshee's Best Original Screenplay, but admittedly, that's probably the extent of the wins I'd give it. Even though it was one of my favorite wins, one of my favorite movies of the year, it's just one of those things where I like evaluate the categories and just go, all right, which one do I like? Which one of these do I pick? And if there was like an acting ensemble category at the Oscars, I would probably also pick The Banshees of Inisherin. Favorite actress of all time? Again, I can't really say that. It's a really tough contest. I'm surprised that Society of the Snow got nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. I'm not. I thought it was yeah, it didn't really get a lot of precursors, but it was very clear that they had just not seen Society of the Snow. I thought, like, when you look at the actual, like, makeup in that film, like, the wounds, like, it was very deserving, I thought. I feel like there are more Elemental fans than TMNT fans. The comeback of the box office was insane, and it got an Oscar nomination. Peter Song will be proud. I mean, look, I'm just saying, look at the review, compare the reviews for Ninja Turtles and compare the reviews for Elemental. Elemental is one of the worst, one of the worst received Pixar movies of all time, and Ninja Turtles has, like, what, 96% of Rotten Tomatoes, so it's like, I feel like most people liked Ninja Turtles more than Elemental. It's just that the Oscars just didn't nominate Ninja Turtles because, like, why they snubbed the Lego movies, where it's like, this has Lego in the title. We don't want that we don't want that nominated for Best Animated Feature. So yeah, we're just gonna snub that. And then with Ninja Turtles, it's like, ew, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, thank you. That's a stupid title. We're gonna snub that. So yeah. Hunter says Tar was okay. I would rather have had Top Gun Maverick or The Fabelmans win Best Picture over Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fabelmans would have been my pick for Best Picture that year. And there were a few other films I would have over it, but yeah, I think The Fabelmans would have been my pick. Let's see. Why was Taste of Things changed on an anime of a fall in the international feature if the Taste of Things would have been snubbed? France upset. I think the reason why the rumor is that the Taste of Things, consider the thing, the way the international feature category is that the country submits the film in, submits whatever film that they want in Best International Feature. And reportedly, Justine Triet had some political opinions that France didn't like, and so France went, all right, well, screw you, and we're just gonna not submit your film. And that was probably the biggest, probably stupidest thing France could have done, because, wow. Especially the fact that Anatomy of a Fall, did this well for a film, for an international film that was not eligible for Best international film at the Oscars. That's insane. A better actor between Miles Teller or Timothée Chalamet. I mean, I guess maybe Timothée Chalamet, because I could probably name a couple times where I would have nominated Timothée Chalamet for an Oscar. Miles Teller's great, but Whiplash was the only kind of Oscar baity film role I feel like he's given. He hasn't really been given a lot of other roles like that. Anatomy of a Fall is my second favorite film of the year after Oppenheimer. Sandra Hüller would win Best Actress if it were up to me. I want to see Anatomy of a Fall, but my theater's not playing it. What do you think? Do you think Indiana Jones has a chance to win because it's John Williams? No, not really. It's the same reason, why a lot of his other movies recently get nominated, but yet he doesn't win. I mean, if he was retiring, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think that's happening. So yeah, I don't think he's not gonna win. He's basically at this point now Diane Warren, even though he does have 5 Oscars. But you know what I mean. He's constantly getting nominated these days, but not winning. Timothée Chalamet is winning at Life, maybe. It's over if Oppenheimer wins PGA or DGA or not. I mean, he's going to win DGA. That's not a question about it. If Oppenheimer wins PGA, I think it might be over. It might be over at that point, because that would show that Oppenheimer did well on a preferential ballot. As much as I love the holdovers, it has no chance. Never say no chance. We didn't say we all said Coda had no chance. John Williams has extended his own record in the oldest nominee after last year. True. He's old. He has lots of nominations. I don't think The Holdovers was winning screenplay at BAFTA. I think Anatomy of a Fall is likely to win there. It's a coin flip. If I'm going to be honest, it's a coin flip. It just depends on where the momentum is shifting. If Anatomy of a Fall does win, I would also say if Anatomy of a Fall won original screenplay at BAFTA, it might be over for the. But then again, I don't know, because The Holdovers might do well on a preferential ballot, but it's like we just don't have the Writers Guild nominate. We don't have the Writers Guild to look forward to this year. Nolan missed for Inception, but got nominated everywhere. That is true. I mean, the media's crying about Gerwig and Robbie is overkill. Again, I get why people wanted Margot Robbie to get in for Best Actress and Greta Gerwig to get in for Best Director. I get that, but I mean, obviously, yeah. So like, do you think Greta Gerwig was pissed about not being included in Director? No, she's probably a professional, honestly. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying people who get snubbed for Oscars aren't allowed to feel disappointed, but I don't know, pissed. I don't know. I feel like once you're like established out there, you want to keep on a good face and stuff like that. I don't think she was pissed. So like, Again, I feel like she she's probably happy with the nomination she got, and she's happy for everyone else. Again, I think these people aren't going to be pissed that they didn't get nominated. So 2011 was one of the most competitive Best Director nominations. Oh, if you're talking about between The King's Speech, The Social Network, I mean, it was all over the place. Spotlight won with only screenplay. You never know. Exactly. I'm gonna put this over. I'm gonna put it to Best Picture here. What was your favorite Oscar nomination this year? Probably. Probably maybe Christopher Nolan because he's gonna win. Like an unexpected one, I don't know. I can't really think of any unexpected nominations that I absolutely loved. So I don't know. Do you think Adam Sandler was snubbed for Best Actor for Uncut Gems? I would have nominated him, even though I kind of figured he had no chance of getting nominated. Because it's like, the movie released way too late, and I don't know, it just kind of felt like a critic's pick, a critic's favorite. I loved him on Uncut Gems. I would have nominated him. And the movie's great, but so, yeah. Let's see. With Barbie and Poor Things duking it out, any chance Oppenheimer can upset in production design? If they really want to go insane for Oppenheimer, then they could. Like, if they really wanted to go there. Also, I had 5 out of 5 for score, by the way. Rip Spider-Verse indeed. I'm really upset over that. Let's see. Let's see. Do you like Ezra Miller as an actor? As an actor, they are very talented. However, they are indeed a very problematic individual, and they are really terrible, and just like like their crimes are very concerning. I don't want them to be the Flash anymore. So yeah, they are a great actor, but they are a very problematic person. What's your theater chain of choice? Well, this is where we get into monopolies, because I don't really have a choice, really. The closest I have is a Marquee Cinemas, and it's not a great theater. Their bulbs are dimmed. In some of the auditoriums, the speakers only partially work. So it's not great. I prefer the Cinemark Theater, but I can't get there unless, I have a friend to drive me, and that's not always feasible. So I hate that. Dune 2 for Oscars and VFX, and Avatar 3 for visual effects, and Dune 2's so winning Best Visual Effects next year. I mean, it was gonna win this year, but Lily Gladstone might be too subtle to win Best Actress. Emma Stone is like Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, the most acting. I don't know. I mean, Lily Gladstone still has a lot of really great scenes where she's doing a lot of acting. So it's like, I don't. Which movie released in 2024 do you look forward to the most? Probably Dune 2. I'm also looking forward to Joker, Folie à Deux, and Kung Fu Panda 4, and Deadpool 3, and, you know, honestly, I'm really excited for Mufasa the Lion King. I mean, Barry Jenkins. I mean, come on. So, yeah. What's the percent on Oppenheimer winning Best Picture? I can't say. I can't, like, I don't know what, I'm bad at math, so I can't really do percentages. All I will say is it is right now the front runner. Tar was my favorite film of 2023, intense film. Technically that was 2022, not 2023. Favorite Martin Scorsese film? I haven't seen too many, although, I don't know, The Irishman really did stick with me, so. I adore Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I would have tried to spread the love with giving Banshee screenplay and Condon supporting actress. The thing is, like, I will only spread the wealth if I feel like a movie is deserving. Like, how I describe it. It's like, for example, if I think, you know, I would give Oppenheimer a lot of Oscars. But it's not, but, you know, but I don't, like, but it's like, I would only spread the love if I don't feel like Oppenheimer is deserving of a certain award, if that makes sense. Like, for example, I would not, like, yeah, it's, like, you know, Oppenheimer's clearly the front runner to win things like cinematography, film editing, score, sound. And while that is a lot of Oscar, and, you know, director and Best Picture, all that stuff, and that is a lot of Oscars, but I feel like it deserves those Oscars as well. So unless there's, like, a nomination that I feel like it doesn't really deserve, I don't really look at, you know, spreading the wealth or saying this movie has too many. A movie only has too many Oscars if the actual awards it's getting aren't deserving. Like, let's say visual effects. Like, I was saying for the longest time, Oppenheimer does not deserve best visual effects. And it didn't. And it showed. And so, like, that's really the only time I will say, like, something is, like, too many, where it's like, it's not even a case of, like, too many. It's just, like, it didn't deserve that award. So, yeah. Top Gun Maverick or newest Mission Impossible film? I can't really, I can't really say. I'm not, like, I will say, I mean, Top Gun Maverick I thought was fine. You know, Mission Impossible, alright, yeah. We'll have to see. The critics are not, like, I know what you're, like, Sam, there's no such thing as critics being wrong. Like, that's not, like, how are they wrong if they didn't like a movie that you liked? Or if they didn't love a movie as much as you loved? Like, that's the thing. Like, there's no such thing as being wrong about saying you thought a movie was good or bad. It's like, that's just a subjective opinion, and, like, you know, it's not really, like, it's not really that deep. It's just like, you know, like, you can't be wrong for saying you didn't like a movie, and critics aren't wrong for saying they liked or disliked a movie, whatever. It's like, so it's like, and also with audience scores, there's a problem with audience scores because, like, you know, like, audience scores have been manipulated in the past, so it's like, can you really trust audience scores? Because, like, you know, just look up the Facebook group Down with Disney's treatment of fanboys and their franchises. Like stuff like that makes me just, like, audience scores, I wouldn't take them too seriously for that. Steven Spielberg said it was the greatest honor of his career to win Best Director Oscar. I'm not surprised. I want to win an Oscar too. That's why everyone, like, when people try to say, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you win an Oscar," it's like, yeah, it does. Like, of course, like, anyone, like, everyone says, like, "Oh, I wouldn't care if I won an Oscar," but it's like, if you won an Oscar, that'd be like the highlight of your life. Like, come on. The Taste of Things being snubbed in international feature with the Academy's way of punishing France. No, that was, like, I don't know if it was even that. I think it was just, like, you know, France just made a really stupid move. George Lucas never won an Oscar. Really, I don't know if he should have won an Oscar. I don't think George Lucas is a very good filmmaker. I feel like with A New Hope, he had a lot of help from people who were who knew better than him with filmmaking. But when you look at the prequels, it's like, he's not great. If Oppenheimer wins Best Picture, do you think Nolan will feel vindicated because Barbie was the highest grossing movie of 2023? No, I don't think it's going to have anything to do with that. I think he's going to be very gracious and grateful for the honor, but it's like, here's the thing. Filmmakers don't really care. like especially someone like do you really think Christopher Nolan cares if he's number one at the box office? I don't think so. Like, obviously, yeah, that's great, but it's like, if Barbie made more money than Oppenheimer, I really don't think he would care. It's like, to him, I'm just guessing. To him, I just feel like he even then, I don't know. He's even kind of alluded to this in the past, where he's like, like any movie making money at the box office is good for cinema. When movies don't make money and they flop, that's bad for cinema, no matter what it is. And we should be cheering on for all kinds of movies, original films, IP driven films. All movies, should be cheered on like that. And I feel like it's a very healthy attitude. Anatomy of a Fall is a cakewalk to win Best Screenplay at BAFTA. I wouldn't say that, and that's why you think it went to the Oscars. Again, we'll see, but it's not a cakewalk. We'll have to see if they actually do go with the holdovers or not. Let me rephrase. Do you think Greta was disappointed that she was not nominated for director? Sure, maybe a little bit disappointment, sure, but maybe not angry, maybe not pissed, but it's like disappointment. Sure, but again, it probably come back to like really happy for all the other nominees. That's great. So yeah. Bradley Cooper will have probably be sad Oscar night. 12 noms and 0 wins. Yep, just a few more. And, he can break the record for the most nominations with no wins. Bradley Cooper will get his Oscar one day. Maybe. Unless it's like an honorary Oscar. Yeah. Do you think SAG will give Barbie Best Ensemble because of the anger that it missed Best Actress and Director at the Oscars? I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's going to go that deep. It could win Ensemble, though. It could. So let's see. Best Director between Spielberg, Scorsese, and Tarantino. It's tough because I haven't seen that many Scorsese films. I haven't seen every Quentin Tarantino movie. And I don't know. Spielberg has some really high highs, but he's also had some really low lows as well. So I don't know. Do you drive or no? No. I don't think. Do you think Godzilla has a chance to win visual effects because of how good it is? The film, I mean, I don't know. That being one of the most acclaimed films of the year does help, but I think Napoleon. And let's talk about visual effects a bit. I feel like at this point, I think. Where is it? I think Napoleon wins visual effects, and this is not fair, but of these nominees, it would most likely be in Best Picture because it's from Ridley Scott. The film industry seems to really like Napoleon, and it's probably and it might just win visual effects because of that. It's not fair. It should be the creator. The creator deserves to win this category, especially if you're going to snub Spider-Verse. And I will be angry if it's anything else other than the creator, unless maybe Guardians 3. There's an argument to be made for Guardians 3, but it's like the creator better win. But it's probably going to be Napoleon because it's the most prestigious film. Do you think Inside Out 2 is already locked to getting Best Animated Feature in the Oscars next year? Well, it's hard to say because we don't know how strong of a contender it is, or if it's going to be received all that well. But then again, Elemental wasn't received all that well, and it still got nominated. So it depends on if there's obviously a film that the Oscars are going to want to snub, like Ninja Turtles because of the name. So we'll have to see. Have you seen Martin Scorsese movies Goodfellas and The Departed? Have not seen Goodfellas. I started The Departed, but I have not finished it. So, yeah. 2023 Oscar. Yeah, there we go. So, Oppenheimer doesn't have an after credits song. They may have submitted. It's all score. Yeah, it's all score. He doesn't have an original song. There's no original song in the film. What the Academy should have is done 6 nominations for Best Animated. Nope. I'm not in favor of expanding all the other categories to 6 nominees. I don't like that. You can do it for Best Picture for 10 films. That's fine. Cause 10 films. It's the biggest category of the ceremony. Hold on. It's the biggest category of the ceremony. So, and everyone has their top 10 movies of the year. So it makes sense why you would make it 10. But then when you start adding in another slot, 6 nominees, it's like the line doesn't stop. Oscar snubs aren't going to go. Oscar snubs will not go away if you add in another slot. There's always going to be something everyone will complain about. I feel like it's Hollywood's job to start making more stuff that's worthy of awards, or like stuff that, like, I don't know. And granted, I thought Ninja Turtles was worthy, but you know what I mean? It's like, it also comes back to, like, I don't know. I don't want 6 nominees in categories like this. Like, I feel like all that does is it's just a cop out to not worry about any kind of backlash. And again, there's just going to be more backlash anyway. You know, like there was still backlash with the Critics' Choice Awards, and yet they have 6 nominees in most categories. So it just doesn't help. Do you think the Academy was too harsh with the 10-year ban on Will Smith? Personally, I would have given him a 4-year ban. It's like, it's barely a slap on the wrist, if anything. Like, Will Smith can still be nominated for Oscars and still win Oscars. He just can't go to the ceremony. Like, come on. Like, it's barely anything. It's like, it's really whatever. Like, it's not, I think the punishment was, like, it was just, like, it's whatever, but it's, like, it's almost like kind of a nothing burger, that kind of thing. I would like to see a dream film starring Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone. They seem to have amazing chemistry. It depends on the director as well, who's directing the film. Christopher Nolan could come back by Steven Spielberg in 30 years later. I don't know what you're saying. Sorry. So, Last Jedi getting 91% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics was right. What's your opinion on The Last Jedi? Because I thought it was overrated. Well, they're not right or wrong. That's just their opinion. That's just their opinion on The Last Jedi. I thought it was great. Sure, maybe you don't think it's great either. Maybe you don't think it's great. But it's like, there is no right or wrong in saying a movie was good or bad. That's just like, that's just opinions. Or whatever. Let's see. Do you think it was a mistake not to nominate Godzilla -1 for international film? Well, that's on Japan for not submitting it, but at the same time, I mean, let's be fair here. Godzilla -1 kind of came out of nowhere and became like an unexpected hit. And I think by that point, Perfect Days was already like the critical darling and was submitted by Japan for Best International Feature. So I feel like, by the time Godzilla -1 came around, it's like it was kind of too late. And I don't think the Oscars would have nominated it either. I do feel like they do need to change the international category to where the country itself can't, intervene in the nominations, because that's how you get in an Anatomy of a Fall situation where political things start to get in the way because they have like a bias against the filmmaker. So I feel like they do need to change the rules to where, like, again, have the committee at the Academy make a short, like let them evaluate what they shortlist in Best International Film. How come you don't drive? I don't know. I don't have the money to afford a car. I don't have the money to get insurance. So like I don't even have a license. So it's like I can't afford any of that. So yeah. Do you think Indiana Jones is the weakest movie nominated at the Oscars? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen all the nominees, but I mean, I didn't really care for Indiana Jones all that much. But again, I didn't really care for Elemental all that much either. So it's like, eh. Aaron says, I'm having a hard time deciding what wins visual effects, but I went with Godzilla because it's the entire Academy voting and they would like the movie more than the other contenders, but creator could. But I would also suggest that Napoleon is the most prestigious film. It is the most likely to be a Best Picture nominee. So like, and they nominated Napoleon for a lot of categories, and even the BAFTAs went nuts for it. So it's like, I don't know. There really is no point in putting 6 slots in other categories because it's going to cause backlash regardless. Exactly. Do you think too much weight is given to the Rotten Tomatoes scores? I feel like people don't understand Rotten Tomatoes. Because like people go, oh, Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie bad reviews or a bad score. Boo. It's like people don't understand how Rotten Tomatoes works. It's like it's an aggregate showing how the percentage of the critics that liked a movie, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Go if you actually go into it with that knowledge. But it's like people, it's like, and I do feel like there is value in putting some stock in that because, going to movies is expensive nowadays, and you want to have an informed opinion on a movie. Granted, that doesn't always mean you're going to agree with it. For example, I didn't like Everything Ever All at Once, but most likely you will agree with the critics. Like, most people agree with the critics more than they disagree with the critics. I mean, everyone loves Toy Story. Everyone loves Lord of the Rings. Everyone loves Jurassic Park. Everyone loves The Godfather. Everyone loves The Wizard of Oz. People try to act like there's, the audiences and the critics, they always... Hell, the critics and the audiences both loved Barbie and Oppenheimer. So it's or Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, or something like that. It's like, the critics and the audiences are really not that different, people. So yeah... Inception or Tenet? I love both. I think Tenet is one of Christopher Nolan's most maybe Christopher Nolan's most underrated film. I do love Inception more. Society of the Snow and Zone of Interest were perfect nominees in other awards. I can't say that much about the Zone of Interest, but I would have nominated Society of the Snow for quite a few things. Or maybe I don't know. I personally want Oppenheimer to win Best Picture, but I would have no problem if Holdovers won Best Picture because it's one of the best feel-good movies I've seen in a long time. Yeah, I want Oppenheimer to win Best Picture, but I wouldn't be disappointed if Holdovers won. That'd still be great. How many previous Best Picture winners have you seen, and which of those is your favorite? I've seen 74 out of 95 of them, and my personal favorite is Titanic. Admittedly, I thought Titanic was kind of mid, in my opinion. I don't know exactly how many I've seen. I did watch all the nominees from the 2010s. All the winners from not nominees, all the winners from the 2010s, and I guess technically the 2020s as well. And I saw The Hurt Locker, I saw No Country for Old Men, I didn't finish The Departed, so I can't really say that. I saw Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, I saw Chicago, I saw The Godfather Part 2. Did Raging Bull win Best Picture? If so, I think I did. I did see Raging Bull. I saw Titanic, but yeah. Do you think there are some film critics with certain biases that seep into the reviews of certain movies? I mean, it depends on what we're talking about. I mean, not everyone is perfect, but it's also when you have 400 plus reviews, when a movie has when you get a movie that has hundreds and hundreds of critics reviewing it, it's yeah, maybe a couple of them might be bad apples, but it's also it doesn't really matter at that point. All right, yeah, maybe a percentage might drop by one, but generally, that's kind of one of the reasons why I like Rotten Tomatoes. It's when you have that many people reviewing a movie, any kind of bad apples get drowned out by more reasonable people. Thoughts on Jurassic Park 3? It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I thought it's pretty good. I like Jurassic Park 3. I like it. It's better than the Jurassic World movies, I'll say that. I actually watched Parasite today and thought it was okay. I love Parasite. I thought Parasite was great. That one movie that different from critics and audiences was Venom. What are your opinions on Venom? Underrated in my opinion. Again, I can't really take into consideration the audience score because again, the audience scores have been manipulated in the past. Again, look at the Facebook fan group, the Facebook group that was kicked off of Facebook. Look up Down with Disney's treatment of fanboys and their franchises. They would they review bombed The Last Jedi because they were saying down with forced feminism or dumb shit like that. And, it wasn't the word they used back then, but they would now, basically, they were an anti-woke, Facebook group that hated anything that wasn't straight white men in movies. And they were going to do it with Black Panther. They were going to review bomb Black Panther until Facebook kicked that group off. So it's I don't really I did not, I take audience scores with a grain of salt because they are way more crazy and more easily manipulated. Raging Bull did not win. Ordinary People beat it. Oh, okay. I did not care for Nomadland. I would have rather seen Trials of Chicago 7 win Best Picture. Same. I didn't really like Nomadland all that much. It was also the same year as The Elephant Man, coincidentally. Ooh, I want to see The Elephant Man. The makeup in that movie does look amazing. I will be right back. I'm going to take a brief break, but we will be back to talk about more. I do want to talk more about these nominations in general. So, like, I do want to try to talk about that. But, yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I will be back, and so, yeah. And we are back, everybody. We are back. Like I said, I want to do more of these more often, and more of these streams more often, and all that stuff. Again, because with your support, we can go a long way, and I get to keep doing a lot more of these. So yeah. But yeah, let's see. What's everyone's favorite movie this year, even if it wasn't nominated? Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer will be my favorite movie of the year so far. Rosamund Pike and Rachel McAdams both getting snubbed hurts my soul. Admittedly, I'm not sure I would nominate them. I'm not sure. I thought Rachel McAdams was very good in Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, but I don't know. I feel like the character was more well written than her performance being Oscar worthy. Oppie and Holdover is my favorite. I mean, they're both in my top 5 of the year so far. Harry Potter related question: are you a Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin? I don't know. I never took the Harry Potter thing, the room thing, so I can't really say. I think somewhere it said I was a Hufflepuff, but I don't know. God, I'm not excited for that. I'm not looking forward to that Harry Potter series at all. Like J.K. Rowling can go throw herself in a ditch. Let's see. Are you gonna do ridiculously early predictions for the 2025 Oscars like the Oscar expert? Yeah, I'm probably gonna call it something really funny as well, like 2025 Oscar predictions so early that your girlfriend will be disappointed. So like I think maybe something like that because I think that'd be funny, and I might try to do it in more categories than just Best Picture. Admittedly, the acting categories are the hardest ones to figure out early on in the year, so it's like, eh. Uh, let's see. Speaking of Rachel McAdams, I'm down for a Rachel Sanz. I'm waiting for her to be given a great lead role. I mean, I think she's very good. You know, very good and stuff. Let's see. Controversial opinions. Zac Efron deserved the Oscar this year, but it didn't campaign. Rip. I still have not seen the Iron Claw. I should probably see that. Whoa. Deadpool has wrapped, and I can't wait. Super Bowl to release trailer. If Deadpool was wrapped filming now, I don't think the trailer's going to be ready for the Super Bowl. I don't think we're a ways from the first trailer. A24 show push the Iron Claw to 2025 Oscar time. Maybe, but it's also like, you know, it's hard to tell if that, you know, if I could see maybe where A24 was like, I don't know if this would be like the Oscars thing. Oppenheimer's my 2020 favorite movie of 2023. I got the Blu-ray for Christmas and watched it 25 times. 25 times on Blu-ray. Holy, oh my God. Might not age well as we get into the year, but look out for Megalopolis this year. Could be the movie to best Sing Sing. I don't know. Isn't that the Francis Ford Coppola movie? Oh, wait, hold on. Francis Ford Coppola. Let's see. What's his track record like these days? Is Megalopolis? Is Megalopolis Francis Ford Coppola? I'm not sure. Wait. Okay, what is Megalopolis? Let me look up. Well, no, yeah, it is. He did. Yeah, that was him. He did direct it. He is directing it. Let's see. The last film he directed was Toretto in 2009, and I think that movie just did not even make a peep. Yeah, it seems to have just not even made a peep anywhere. Like, let me look it up on IMDb. Let me see if it got anything. No. That didn't, yeah, no, it didn't do anything. What about, like, let's see what before that. Oh, wait, no, his last movie was Twixt. Oh, man, everyone hated that. Oh, no. Youth Without Youth. People did not like that. And then before that, there was The Rainmaker. All right, there's that. But I don't know. His most critically acclaimed film, his most recent critically acclaimed film was The Rainmaker, and it was a movie that came out in 1997. And literally the year before that, he did Jack. So I'm just going to say it. I don't think Megalopolis is going to be an Oscar contender. I just don't. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's happening. Like Francis Ford Coppola is too hit or miss. So like, I'm gonna watch Deadpool 3 as Wolverine costume. I mean, I'm really excited for Deadpool 3. I'm really excited for that. When was the last time Francis made a great film? Dracula. Well, I think I already answered your question. 2024 is the year of the sequel. Name your top 3 that you want to see. Furiosa, I'll allow. Dune Part 2, Joker 2, and I guess Lion King 2. So, yeah. If the Piano Lesson is really, Samuel L. Jackson could win Best Supporting Actor Oscar. I saw him on Broadway and had to say he was brilliant. Is an understatement. He's exceptional in that role. I'm very excited. Like, like, it does have everything kind of going for him. If it is going to be like an incredible performance, like that helps. And then there's also the idea that, he's overdue. The Piano Lesson, that's definitely one you want to look out for. Yeah, I know Deadpool 3 did rep filming. I don't anticipate a trailer until March. I don't anticipate a trailer until like maybe the summer. Because like they still need to do, I'm not even sure how they're going to do, like, I don't even know how that movie's going to come out this year. If there's like going to be like a ton of visual effects work that needs to be done. I don't know if it's coming out this year. I wonder why he disappeared for so long. Scorsese, Spielberg, and him are contemporaries. I mean, I think Francis Ford Coppola kind of has the mindset of like, why do I need to make a lot of movies? He has so much money nowadays. It's like he just does what he wants. So it's like, yeah. Who do you think takes lead actor at BAFTA? Are you assuming and predicting Cillian Murphy to win there, right? Yeah, I think Cillian Murphy will win. It will. Jakey says it will, though. It's his passion project, and he is actually caring about this project. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure. Like, here's the thing: every director cares about a movie that they're making. Like, I'm not gonna say, like, you can't chalk up a movie being bad just saying, oh, the director didn't care this time. It's like, making movies is hard, and, making movies is really difficult. And, like, even seemingly unbeatable, juggernauts, you can have a slip-up every once in a while. Even Spielberg directed, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So it's like, and I'm pretty sure he was passionate about that. It's just like, it comes down to really, you made a mistake. You made some creative mistakes rather than you didn't care. I mean, have The Godfather Part 1 and Part 2 is probably enough to put him on legend status, even with the misses. I mean, yeah, those movies are really good, but it's also like, again, if I'm going to be predicting the Oscars next year, I don't want to bet on someone like Francis Ford Coppola, who has not had a critically acclaimed film since the 90s. I don't want to bet. That's not a good bet to have. I mean, that's why, another example, look at George Lucas. He directed Star Wars A New Hope. Oh, man, everyone loved it. It became like it was an instant classic. And then, what was the next film he did after that? In terms of directing, Phantom Menace, and everyone hated it. So it's like, I don't think it's a good idea to bet on someone who has not, who already had a spotty track record as is, and hasn't had anything that was quite remarkable in like nearly 3 decades. Greatest actor to not win an Oscar. Oh, that's tough. Greatest actor to not win an Oscar. Now, are we talking about an Oscar for acting? Because there are some actors who have produced that got Oscars for producing or other categories. But if we're talking about just acting, like they have not won an acting Oscar. Ooh, I mean, I guess maybe Paul Giamatti would be up there. I'd say he might be up there. I'm not gonna there's definitely a lot of good contenders there. There really is. Thoughts on Kevin Spacey? Great actor, but really horrible person. And I don't want to see him in movies again. So yeah. Disney trashed Nimona, but rescued by Netflix considering Netflix to be nominated for Best Animated Feature. Yeah, Nimona had quite the journey. Have you seen Migration or Leo? Underrated animated movies, better than Wish. Haven't seen them, but I would not be surprised if they were better than Wish. He has gone on record saying that he has not cared for his previous films. Well, then that also still kind of concerns me, because it's like, if he doesn't really, even if it's like does he say he didn't like those movies or didn't care about making them? Because if he didn't care for those movies, then you could argue he's saying that I didn't really like these movies that I made. So like, that's different from saying I didn't care about making them. Again, it's kind of. You've always been convinced that Disney funds the Oscars because they always get an, Elemental confirmed that for me. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, like, I think it's really, like, here's the thing. I think it just comes down to, like, Elemental is just a very basic movie, and a lot of people may have, like, a very, basic mindset, like, like, oh, Elemental, like, this thing is an allegory for this. I like this. But it's like, especially, like, I think it just comes down to the fact that they just didn't want to nominate a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie for an Oscar. I think that's just what it comes down to. Because, like, if Disney funded the Oscars, then why didn't, if it's because of that, then why didn't they get nominated for any animated feature Oscars in 2011? And when I mean 2011, I mean the movies of 2011. They had Chico and Rita, A Cat in Paris, Rango, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Puss in Boots. No Disney movies. So it's like, that doesn't really work. And especially since Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio beat Disney. Because here's the thing. You can't. The problem with trying to bribe the Oscars is, one, they will catch you if you try to do that. And two, there were over 10,000 members of the Academy. You can't bribe that many people and not one of them squeal. You can't do that. Like, you can't. Even if they managed to somehow bribe 1,000 people, that's still like 10% of the voting base. Or, no, since there's 11,000 members, that's less than that. So it's like, just logistically, you can't bribe the Oscars. It will be Maestro at worst. Maestro at worst. I'm not, again, I just don't want to bet on Francis Ford Coppola. I just don't want to do that. Leonardo DiCaprio starring in that new Paul Thomas Anderson film. All right, yeah, possibly. Viggo Mortensen, Jim Carrey, Johnny Depp, Willem Dafoe. Great picks for actors that have not won Oscars. Not true, and Frozen 2 didn't get nominated, Wish didn't get nominated, even Lightyear didn't get nominated last year, so the Oscars, I feel like, is more critical to Disney than before. That is true, and that's kind of the logic I was going with the idea that Elemental was going to get snubbed. But I think it just has to do with, more with the fact that they didn't want to take Ninja Turtles seriously, and they just went for the safe pick. Curious question. Who are you predicting to win lead actress for the 2021 Oscars? I know it was a race between Viola, Carey, and Frances. Ooh. I wasn't really doing Oscar predictions back then. I wasn't even watching The Oscar Expert back then. So, I don't know who I was predicting. I think maybe it was Viola Davis, but I don't know. Oh wait, no, some people are just talking to each other in the chat. Turning Red, looking through the years, they always got a nom. Well, I just explained a year where they didn't get a nom. And even that Turning Red I thought was great. I thought it was one of the best animated films of that year. It's not money. I keep telling you, Mudstyle, it's not money. You can't bribe the Oscars. The look, the Oscars have such strict rules about trying to sway the voting base to where, like, what? Let me look at, let's see. Academy Awards. Let's look up, because I know that, let's see. What do we have here? Let's see. Disqualifications. Let's look at... Where is it? Alone Yet Not Alone. Alright, this is what it says. The film's title... It was a movie for the I don't know if it was the 2014 Oscars or something like that. The film's title song, Alone Yet Not Alone, was removed from the Best Original Song ballot after Bruce Broughton, or Bruton, I don't know, was found to have improperly contacted other members of the Academy's musical branch. This was the first time that a film was removed from a ballot for ethical reasons. So, and there was also 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Sound mixer Greg P. Russell's nomination was rescinded one day before the awards when it was discovered he had improperly contacted voters by telephone. In this case, the nominations for the other three nominated sound mixers, Gary Summers, Jeffrey J. Habush, and Mac Ruth, were allowed to stand. Basically, the way it comes down is that you can't rig the Oscars. They will find out, and they will take away your nomination. And, like, especially with a voting base, considering everyone votes for Best Animated Feature, again, that's over 11,000 members of the Academy. You can't sway 11,000 members of the Academy if you tried. You just can't do that. Oh wow, Robert De Niro overtaking longest living acting in Oscars in 49 years by Katharine Hepburn in 48 years, especially since Golden Age in Hollywood. That's crazy. Vanessa Kirby deserved the Oscar. Vanessa Kirby was great, although even though I didn't like Nomadland, I gotta give it to Frances McDormand. I thought she was great in it. De Niro 9 more Oscars, including producer of The Irishman. Yeah. What's this? What new program for free wireless? Is it government pro? What does that have to do with? Are you a spam? Don't tell. If you're a spam bot, I got the. If you're a spam bot, I got the block button right here. You bet. Like what? Who are you? Who are you? Like what are you here? Huh? What? You can't tell me Diane Warren isn't getting in every year based on merit. She's definitely asking her friends to put her at number 1. I don't know. You can't do that. Like you can't, like, again, there are rules against that. Maybe it's your reputation that gets you a nomination. Like, people will go, "Oh yeah, Diane Warren, I like her. I'll put her in." Sure, maybe that, but it's not like you can't actually go and campaign to individual members. That's against the rules, and people have been rescinded nominations in the past because the Academy will find out. You just can't do that. I'm not saying I agree, but I mean, ABC is owned by Disney, and ABC airs the Academy Awards. You could say that about anything. Like, honestly, if the Oscars were airing on NBC, and let's say the Oscars were on NBC, or you could say that the Oscars were airing on Netflix, and Nimona only got nominated because it's a Netflix film, and they're airing on Netflix. Like, you can make that argument to the bank, but it's like, if people are just going to vote for what they want to vote for. That's just the facts. Even The Boss Baby got nominated for the Oscars, and that was probably the worst animated movie to get nominated for the Oscars. But that was also not Disney. And that's another thing. If people, like, if, let's say, yeah, that's an example. Like, if the Oscars were airing on NBC, people would have saw that and go, "Oh, but Universal money talks." But it's like, no, people are just going to vote for what they want to vote for. There's no bribing or anything like that. It's just like that's just like I think it's worth noting that regardless of whichever wins, Oppie or holdovers, Universal wins anyway. True, that is true, and I win because they're both in my top 5 movies of the year. Diane Warren and John Williams are small branches. It's a hard top join, and they're respected, and they put in the work, and they're friendly, so their peers are more inclined to listen to than vote. No, again, it's not. They're not voting like. John Williams and Diane Warren, they can't go out there and say, "Hey, I want you to vote for me," because again, that's against the rules. You can't. That's against the campaign rules. Again, their reputation might make people want to vote for them. Like, "Oh man, John Williams, he's great. He's a legend. I'm gonna put him in here." Sure, again, there is that. You could say that. But to say that they are actively, like, swaying people to vote for them, like, improperly campaigning, they can't do that. Like, that's against the rules. You can't do that. And again, there's so many, even in the branches, there are still so many people in those branches to where, like there are still so many people in those branches to where, like, it would be extremely, extremely difficult to try to sway that many voters. I mean, and that's just facts. Trying to think of what... Crash or Brokeback Mountain. I've not seen either. I want to see both of those. Do you think the Oscars should be on NBC, ABC, and Fox? I feel like more people would watch the Oscars. I'll tell you what the Oscars need to do. The Oscars need to stream. They need to get into streaming. Like do what the Golden Globes this year did, where, like, they aired on CBS and Paramount Plus. Like, do that. For the love of God, do that. Like, what is it with ABC or the Oscars or whatever, just not embracing streaming? No one has cable anymore. Like, that's why some of these, that's why gradually over the years the ratings have been getting worse, because people are cutting cable. I mean, you could also make an argument it's also because of live TV, but it's also like the Super Bowl still seems to be doing very well. It's just like the people, I don't know if it's the Academy or if it's Disney or ABC or whatever. I don't know. But it's just like they have such a dinosaur mindset where it's like they can't put two and two together that, oh, wait, less people are using cable, but the ratings keep going down. Why is that? It's like, because no one uses cable anymore, you idiots. It's like, go into streaming. You can still do cable, but like, also have it on Disney Plus. Have it air on Disney. Like, hell, ABC, like Disney has literally been airing, Disney's literally been airing Dancing with the Stars on Disney Plus live. They can do it with the Oscars. Why haven't they? They need to get on that. They need to stream the Oscars on Disney Plus. It's so stupid. Worst film to win Best Picture. Again, I have not seen that many films that have won Best Picture. So take that with a grain of salt. But like, again, I haven't seen Crash or anything like that. But I don't know. Maybe the worst one I've seen so far might be Nomadland. I thought that movie was very, very boring and dull. But again, I'm not exactly sure what. So far, I maybe say Nomadland. But yeah, I don't know. Do you agree with what Stephen King said? He said the Oscar nominations and moving-going audiences have pretty much parted company. I think he was shocked that Greta Gerwig missed the directing nom. Oscar nominations and movie-going tastes, I mean, is there some truth to that? Sure, but also the Oscars nominated Oppenheimer and Barbie for Best Picture, like two of some of the biggest movies of the year. Like, what more can you, like hell, I don't know, like, in general, sure. But this year especially, it's like, why? Just because Greta Gerwig didn't get nominated for director? That I find is very strange. A very strange thing to say. Because, like, I feel like this year, even, like, the Oscars are going to do better than even last year because Barbenheimer is at the Oscars and it's in Best Picture. So it's like I don't know. I feel like when Will Smith punched Chris Rock, the Oscars have been going downhill, and Jimmy Kimmel as a host, not for me. I mean, the Oscars haven't really had, last year's ceremony was really, really good. All right, really, really good. But, like, the Oscars have been just going downhill just in general. Also, Will Smith didn't punch Chris Rock. He slapped him. Doesn't make it any better, but, I guess it's better to be slapped than punched, I guess. But it's also, like, just wanted to clarify that. But, honestly, I like Jimmy Kimmel as a host. Look, sue me. I like him as a host. I think he's funny. I think when he's hosted the Oscars, he doesn't overdo it. He doesn't overstay his welcome. He just comes in, has a really funny monologue, roasts a few people, but not too much, and then mostly backs out. He's mostly out. I like that. That's what a host should do. Yeah, and plus it's always funny to have Jimmy Kimmel roasting Matt Damon and vice versa. I do like it when they go at it. Favorite David Lynch film? I don't know if I've seen a David Lynch film, so sorry. I would really like to see Dwayne Johnson host. Not a bad idea. Although I'm wondering, like, can he bring the I don't know, like, he would not be a bad host. He would not be a bad host. What do you think needs to happen for Diane Warren to finally win an Oscar, competitive Oscar? Same applies for Glenn Close. This question. Depends on if the Academy thinks they deserve to win. It kind of just depends. It's hard to say when we don't really know what's going on. So, ooh, Conan O'Brien is a host for the Oscars. That's not a bad idea. He is, like, I really do like Conan. Conan's great. Like that. Oh yeah, 2 peas in a pod. Oh yeah, I think I've seen you guys on Twitter. What's up? Yeah, I know you guys are like big on the Oscar scape or like the Oscar sphere. God, I can't. Mm. Mm. What are your thoughts on Sterling K. Brown's performance in American Fiction? Do you think he deserved the nomination, or were you underwhelmed by his work? I have not seen American Fiction, so I can't say. Louis C.K. and Kevin Spacey to host the Oscars. I'm going to assume that's a joke, because, oh my god, no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. And let's throw in Dave Chappelle. Well, no, okay, well, Dave Chappelle's shitty, but it's not as bad as them, but it's like, God, that is just cursed. You should host the Oscars. Hell no. No, I don't need that target on my back. No. I want Cole and Justin to host the Oscars. Like, they could just do some really insane things. Like, oh, sup, brother, sup. But yeah, Cole and Justin, the twins, I think they'd be really funny. Like, my God, they would just go crazy on stage. Like, if you've seen any of their stuff on the YouTube channel Raffums, I want them to recreate the donkeys, like the Shrek donkey skit that they did. Oh my god, I like their Raffums channel is really funny. I like it a lot. I want Jennifer Lawrence to host. Did you see her funny video? If I don't, when I'm walking up, I like Jennifer Lawrence. I used to, man, when I was a teenager, I used to shit on her because of the Hunger Games, and I was in that phase where I was like, I don't like, young adult novels like Twilight, and but it's like, now that I'm an adult, it's like, oh yeah, I like her. She's funny. She's great. I like her. Wait. Oh wait, no, I was picking the wrong one. Wrong category. Yeah, this one. What happened to this comment? What in the world? A world where Emma Stone will have 2 Oscars and Glenn has 0. Shaking my head. Emma Stone's great. She's great. She's a great actress. Perhaps Glenn can get it for Sunset Boulevard musical movie. I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess if the Oscars really want the ratings, they could just have Taylor Swift host the Oscars. I mean, that would do it. I mean, my God, that would do it. Or have Taylor Swift be nominated for an Oscar and they see her perform. Yeah. I hope you see American Fiction soon. Is it not playing in any theaters near you? Probably not. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so, yeah. Yeah, I want to see it, but again, there's all like it's not in the local theater near me, and I don't know if it's at the Cinemark or not, but that's too far away from me, at least in terms of finances. So, do not like Louis C.K. I'm please, for love of God, tell me if you're joking, because I mean, if you've seen this, the dude's pretty controversial. Did some pretty bad things. So no, I don't want him to host the Oscars. I would host the Oscars if they asked me. That's great. That's awesome. Thoughts on Austin Butler? I thought he was robbed last year. Look, okay. I loved Austin Butler and Elvis. And in most other years, I might give him the win. I thought Brendan Fraser deserved it more, though. Brendan Fraser broke my heart in The Whale. So I thought the Oscars made the right call, in my opinion. I mean, obviously there's no right or wrong, but that's my opinion. No major upsets or huge surprises this year, which is kind of lame, to be honest. I love the left field noms that no one sees coming. I guess Naiad is that this year, but not super wild. Yeah, Naiad really came out of nowhere. That was strange, but yeah. You don't like the Hunger Games? Okay, look. When I was a kid, and keep in mind, I'm talking about when I was a kid. All right, when I was a teenager. I don't feel this way now. All right, but when I was a teenager, I was in that phase where like, oh, I don't like Disney princess movies. I don't like, young adult novel adaptations. I was that edge. I was trying to be that edgy kid that didn't like things. So it's like just, yeah. So yeah. Emma's good but not great. Brilliant. This film is completely deserving for Poor Things. Nom worthy for Birdman. Absolutely doesn't deserve the Oscar. Barely the nom for La La Land. I disagree. I thought she deserved the win for La La Land. I thought she was amazing. Julianne Moore, Seymour Hoffman, Woody Harrelson. I'm not so hot on Woody Harrelson these days, but I get what you're saying. I'm not shitting on Hunger Games. I'm just talking about how I used to shit on Hunger Games when I was a kid. American Fiction is an MGM movie, so it should be on Amazon Prime Video soon for you to stream it at home. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hopefully that happens. I want to see it before the Oscars. Oh god, what do you think of the Golden Globes host? I heard he was not good. Joe Coy, yeah, that bombed so badly. Oh my god. That was, admittedly, it was, ooh. The way he just threw the writers under the bus, that was not cool. That was not great. I think she deserved the Oscars for Boogie Nights. You're just replying to someone else. All right. Do you think Cooper Hoffman could become the new Philip Seymour Hoffman? That man could act. I mean, I don't want to say that just because, the kid is his son. That's putting a lot of pressure on him. I don't think he needs to be the next Philip Seymour Hoffman. He should be the first Cooper Hoffman. That's what I feel like. Favorite Charlie Kaufman. I haven't seen all of his films, but I did really love Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. If it's not in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, it's in the top 15. Have you ever watched Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous on Netflix? No, because that show looks like garbage. Like Jurassic World, I don't know, look. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie of all time. I love Jurassic Park so much. I really like The Lost World. I really like Jurassic Park 3. I don't like the Jurassic World movies. They've just gone downhill. I have no interest in watching Camp Cretaceous in any sense. And the stuff I've heard about it just makes it sound even more stupid. So I really don't want to. I don't want to watch that. No one is Philip Seymour Hoffman. He left a huge hole in the industry. Facts. What actors do you think won their Oscars for the wrong films? I mean, I guess I wouldn't give Jamie Lee Curtis Best Supporting Actress for Everything Everywhere All at Once. My pick was Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever, and I did not even like Wakanda Forever all that much. I thought Angela Bassett deserved it. And the funny thing is, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, they were giving it to her because of the narrative." I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea who Angela Bassett was before the Black Panther movies. And that's kind of on Hollywood for not, giving Angela Bassett more meaty roles, more good stuff that I would have noticed. So that's kind of Hollywood's fault. But so really just going into Wakanda going into it, it's oh yeah, this Angela Bassett lady, she's giving an Oscar nomination worthy performance. And honestly, I thought she should have won the Oscar. So there we go. The funny thing about Joe Coy's monologue was him comparing Barry Keoghan's penis to Bradley Cooper's nose. That was funny. Also, his comment on Robert De Niro becoming a dad at his age, at age 80. There's some stuff, but but overall, I thought he kind of bombed. Have you seen the B movie? It's not the B movie, it's B movie. But no, I have not seen B movie. Watch the Kids' Choice Awards nominate Wish. They'll do it, and they'll give Mario the win. Mario! No! Oh, God, Mario. God, that stupid Mario movie. They're gonna give the Super Mario Brothers movie the win. Watch. They'll do it. They'll give that mid-ass movie the win for best, for favorite movie, favorite animated movie, and it's gonna suck. Oh my god, I'd give Angela Bassett the award for What's Love Got to Do with It over Holly Hunter. Haven't seen that. What drama TV shows have you seen? I've been watching The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us. In terms of just pure drama, I don't know if I've watched that many, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like the Kids' Choice Awards hasn't been the same when I was little. I used to love the Kids' Choice Awards. It was entertaining. Man, the Kids' Choice Awards used to be great. I used to love the Kids' Choice Awards when I was a kid. Remember when Jack Black hosted? Like, my god, that last time that Jack Black hosted, like, he was singing "I Got a Feeling," and he was just doing all that cool stuff. My god, I love that. And even when the year Will Smith hosted the Kids' Choice Awards, that was probably the last year where, like, the Kids' Choice Awards were, like, really cool. That was, like, the last time the Kids' Choice Awards were cool in terms of their presentation. And the fact that they would always get, like, these big celebrities, like, that's amazing. And, like, these big celebrities to host, that was awesome. But nowadays, they get, like, TikTok hosts, like, TikToker hosts I've never even heard of. Like, I don't know, like, the Kids' Choice Awards these days have just been like, ugh. Let's see. Who would you personally give Best Picture to at the 2022 Oscars? That depends. Are we talking about the ceremony or the year the movies came out? If we're talking about the ceremony, then I would have given it to West Side Story. But if we're talking about the movies of 2022, then I would have given it to The Fabelmans. Defoe or Ruffalo, who is your favorite in Poor Things? Have not seen Poor Things. What about Kevin Hart hosting the Oscars? I think that ship has sailed. I wouldn't hate it, but it's like, I think the optics is like, eh. Mario had great audience scores. Oh, so does every movie. Like, practically, even some of the most critically hated films still have great great audience reviews. Like, let me look. Let's see. Let's see. Let me look. Jurassic World Dominion still has a high audience score. The Flash has a great audience score. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, really high audience score. Audience scores don't mean anything on Rotten Tomatoes. No. Like, any movie can have great audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's like, no. Or just anywhere, really. Like, audiences don't really watch a lot of movies, so it's like they'll basically just want to watch movies that they're already excited to watch. Have you seen The Fanatic? Yeah, and it was very, very strange. Top Gun Maverick deserved Best Picture last year. The only film that had 95% Rotten Tomatoes that was over for audience and critics. That's not, I don't really think, that's not, I don't think that's a reason for a movie to win Best Picture. I feel like it should be whatever movie I feel like resonated with you the most. I don't think Top Gun Maverick deserved it. I wouldn't have even nominated it because I thought it was just kind of a generic action film, but whatever. Do you watch Family Guy? Not that much anymore. Not really. Not anymore. TikTok people are famous enough to host award shows. I don't know Gen Z. I am Gen Z and I don't understand it. I don't understand TikTok. Like, what? It's a fun kids movie. It's not that deep. If you're talking about Mario, it's like, but you can be fun and still be good. Like, look at Ninja Turtles. Look at Spider-Verse. Look at Nimona. Look at the Lego Movie. Look at The Incredibles. Look at Finding Nemo. It's like, all those movies were fun, but, also were great movies. It's like, or The Lion King. It's like, so many of these movies, like Mario can still be fun and all that, but it's like, but also I wasn't having fun watching it, Like, I didn't think the jokes were funny. I thought I just wasn't having fun watching it. What can I say? Wow, you haven't seen a lot of movies in contention for the Oscars. Both Poor Things and American Fiction are playing in my local theater. You must be living in the middle of nowhere. My local theater, here's the thing, my local theater didn't even show The Holdovers. I had to wait for it to come onto digital to watch it. Like, but like, you know, like the thing, like my theater would rather show like some shitty religious film than show like The Holdovers. I don't blame my theater sucks. My local theater sucks. Top Gun Maverick had very tight, smart screenplay, fearless direction, groundbreaking cinematography, immersive sounds, seamless editing, fun songs, powerhouse ensemble, and star-studded from Cruise as best. I mean, I agree with the cinematography, immersive sound, seamless editing, and all that stuff. But it's like I didn't think it had a very smart screenplay. I didn't feel like it had like that's the thing. It's all about opinions. All right, like for you. Maybe all that stuff did work for you in that way. That's great. For me, Top Gun Maverick just wasn't really that. It was just like, alright, it's a good movie, but I don't think it's great. Thoughts on Rob Zombie? Haven't seen enough of his movies, so I can't say. Cinema score could be a good indicator since it's taken right out of the movie theater. But again, that's the thing but it still has that fundamental problem. Like, movies will still get good scores on Cinema Score from audiences. Because, like, the thing is with audiences, you have to think about this. Audiences are going into a movie theater to watch a movie that they're already excited to see. So it's like they're probably already predisposed to liking it. You know, so it's like, what would you have wanted to see from Mario? You know, I wanted to see good things. You know, I wanted the movie to be funnier, and you know, like really, if it was just funnier, then that would have fixed a lot of the problems. But I just didn't really think it was all that funny, aside from Jack Black. I get the story wasn't groundbreaking, but the animation was beautiful. The animation was beautiful, but it was also just not. Like, you know, visuals can't save everything. It was a lot of style with no real substance, and comedy can be substance. But it just didn't really have that for me. I just didn't think the movie was really funny at all. What local theater chain is it? Marquee Cinemas. Marquee Cinemas. Ooh, do you like Natu Natu better or one of the Barbie songs better? Which will probably win Best Original Song like last year. Ooh! Like, okay, let me compare I'm Just Ken to Natu Natu. Probably Natu Natu, but ooh, wow. Like both I'm Just Ken and Natu Natu are fantastic songs. Really, really love both those songs. But yeah, No Way Home or Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse, but No Way Home is still fantastic. It's still an incredible film. But I would probably pick Across the Spider-Verse just slightly above it. Will Matthew McConaughey make a comeback? Probably not. I mean, I don't know if there's really much of a comeback. It's just like. No one really cares about the movies he's been in anymore, so it's like, eh. Is it possible for the song to go to Song for My People to honor Indigenous people? I don't know if that's really how it works, because but, you know, because, like, you know, what was it? Like, you know, Lift Me Up, you know, that was a song to honor Chadwick Boseman, and that didn't win. So it's like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think the wins. Do you watch the Super Bowl? Sort of, but I don't really care about the game. But I only kind of care about the advertisements and stuff. I felt like Past Lives' hype died down because it was earlier than the other nominees. Many critics saying it was one of the best movies of 2023. Yet ended up getting 2 nominations only. I would agree with that. I think it probably came out too early. USC Scripted Satellite nominee, WJA nominee. Screenwriters know that script was really good. It introduced a whole new cast while having old themes and flesh out Top Gun and Tom Cruise and Miles Teller story. Okay, cool. That's great. That still doesn't really change my opinion on Top Gun Maverick. I just thought it had again, in my opinion, had a very generic story. Again, you might disagree. That's fine, but it's not changing my opinion of the screenplay of Top Gun Maverick. Ooh, do you see The Boy and the Heron winning? That's a good question. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Best Animated Feature. Because, on one hand, it is very concerning that Spider-Verse only has 1 nomination, and and that's Best Animated Feature. But at the same time, and
No, but I found these results on search.
Shut up, Google. God, that actually scared me. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Okay, like Boy and the Heron won the Golden Globe, and Spider-Verse won Critics' Choice. That's pretty strong. I think the BAFTAs are going to go with Boy and the Heron, and I think the Annies, it's tough. Are they going to go with Spider-Man or Boy and the Heron or even Nimona because they really loved Nimona? PGA might give it to Spider-Verse, so I might say Spider-Verse. It's probably going to be like a Toy Story 4 kind of year where it's like where it was between Klaus and Toy Story 4, but this year it might be between The Boy and the Heron and all that stuff, so, like, yeah. I feel like people are underestimating the possibility of Poor Things winning picture, and people seem to be going more feel-good movies lately, but The Holdovers is also feel-good, you know? Holdovers is feel-good. And it, like, I don't know. I feel like, especially with the wins, it's been, like, the lack of wins that Poor Things has, it's like, it's not even winning, it didn't even win Adapted Screenplay at the Critics' Choice Awards. Or or even at the Golden Globes, where they gave it Best Picture, musical or comedy. So it's like, I think Poor Things is only going to either win lead actress or nothing. Has there ever been an actor fall from grace faster than Matthew McConaughey? Probably a few, what was it? Kevin Spacey. I mean, or, Bill Cosby. Like, yeah. Who do you think takes BAFTA lead actor, Sandra Hüller or Emma Stone? I could certainly see Sandra Hüller winning. If Sandra Hüller wins, then it's a 3-horse race between Emma Stone, Lily Gladstone, and Sandra Hüller. But again, I think it all comes down to SAG, and Hüller is not nominated at SAG. But I still think it's going to be Emma. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just going to assume Emma Stone wins BAFTA. Yeah, you think Boy and the Heron probably takes BAFTA? I would agree. I think Boy and the Heron's taking BAFTA. All right, let's see. You think Poor Things will get blanked? It can happen. Do you think The Wind Rises should have won Best Animated Movie over Frozen? Was Frozen overhyped? I think Frozen was overhyped, but I can't really speak on The Wind Rises because I haven't seen that movie. What happened to Matthew McConaughey? I mean, like, well, for one, like, his movies aren't really all that liked that much. Like, he's been picking some really weak movies, and also, he's had some, like, anti-vax kind of statements, which, that's kind of concerning. So it's like, What was the most shocked Oscar win you watched live? Probably Ex Machina in visual effects. Like, absolutely no one saw that coming. Like, who could have seen that coming? Like, no one. It was competing against 3 Best Picture nominees and a Star Wars film. So it's like, no one saw that coming. Tale of Princess Kaguya should have won Best Animated Feature over Big Hero 6 in 2014. I can't speak on behalf of The Tale of Princess Kaguya because I haven't seen it. But I thought the Lego Movie should have won over Big Hero 6, and they didn't even nominate it. You have Poor Things winning nothing as of right now. The Academy have had no problem leaving Banshees and Tar empty-handed, so it can happen. And Fabelmans, which was thought to be a frontrunner to win Best Picture, then suddenly just didn't win anything. Hüller is not a member of SAG. She cannot be nominated for a SAG award. Not true. I mean, she's probably not a member of SAG, but I did get confirmation that you do not have to be a member of SAG-AFTRA to be nominated at the SAG Awards. Like, that's not a requirement. She just did not get nominated there. So, yeah. I'm fun to get nominated John Kramer in Best Actor of Saw X because of its most... I have no idea what you're saying. Favorite superhero film? The Dark Knight. I feel like Missing Link winning an award over Toy Story 4 and Klaus was shocking. That was true, but I was talking about the Oscar wins. I didn't know we were talking about, like, all the other wins. Lego Ninjago is my favorite movie. My favorite Lego movie. Lego movies are great. Haven't seen Ninjago, but Matthew McConaughey did win an Oscar. Yeah, he did for Dallas Buyers Club. Poor Things will win Best Actress and Cinematography, maybe Makeup. Oh, not Cinematography. That's going to Oppenheimer easily. Easily, it's going to Oppenheimer. maybe makeup is a maybe, and Best Actress is a maybe, but it's not guaranteed. Again, we have to see what SAG does. You don't think Huller was expected to get SAG, though? It was going to be tough for her to get a nomination there. That is true. I do think it is true that I do feel like she probably was just not going to get a nomination there, but it wasn't because she's not a member of SAG-AFTRA. Like, that's not a requirement at the SAG Awards. LMAO, not makeup. Yeah, I don't see... Poor Things... Look, it's not impossible that Poor Things could win Best Makeup. It's not impossible. It's not. And Maestro was winning makeup. Sure, yeah. That is true. It could happen. It just depends on where the race is going. You know? We have to see where the race is going. And there is that interesting stat where, like, you know, they give Best Makeup and Best Actor to the same movie. It's like, eh. Who do you think is ahead for Best Actor at SAG? Murphy or Giamatti? I'm going to still say Cillian Murphy. Because Oppenheimer is such a big contender. But if Giamatti won there, oh boy, that would be I think even if Giamatti won at SAG, I think it would still go to Cillian Murphy because they're just going to have an Oppenheimer Palooza. Unless, let's say, you know, again, Holdovers wins original screenplay at the BAFTAs, and PGA goes to Holdovers. Then, okay, then if Giamatti won at SAG, I probably could take that more seriously for the Oscar. Do you think 2009 was the best year for animation? Coraline and Up and Fantastic Mr. Fox. That was a stacked lineup. And then there was also Princess and the Frog, which was probably like the last time like one of the last times like a Disney animated film had like a true style. I mean, that was a great year. Oh wait, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's your question. When Oppenheimer wins Best Picture, how would you rank the Best Picture winners of this decade? Of the 2010s? No, the 2020s? Oppenheimer way up here. Maybe the best Best Picture winner I've seen in years. Coda, Everything Ever All at Once, Nomadland. So far, it's not been great. Although I did love Coda, but it didn't crack my top 10 of the year. This would be like the first, like, oh yeah, I'm hyped for this win. So, yeah. Or even if Holdovers wins, I'd be excited. I doubt it happens at this point, but imagine if Blunt manages to win BAFTA. That's not impossible. That's not impossible. And seeing as how Oppenheimer is such a big contender, like, it would not be like an Everything Everywhere All at Once scenario. Or maybe it would be like an Everything Everywhere All at Once scenario. Because, like, you know, they went hard for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And they might do that with Oppenheimer if there's enough passion. So that's not crazy to believe. Geeky Peoples. Just got to the party. What did I miss? Not much. My heart will break if Poor Things goes blank. My heart broke when The Fabelmans went blank, so that could definitely happen. Poor Things will get costumes. Not. I mean, Barbie's right there. And Barbie just won Critics' Choice, and that's a pretty good stat to have. So, Can Anatomy of a Fall pull an upset in Best Picture? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's what a lot of people will maybe want to happen. But I feel like Oppenheimer is just too much in the pop cultural zeitgeist. And, like, Oppenheimer's not a movie that makes you feel good, but it also, like, gives people strong emotional feelings watching it. It almost made $1 billion. It sold out the 4K Blu-rays, like, literally, within minutes. So, I don't know if Anatomy of a Fall is really going to win. I think the only thing that could beat Oppenheimer is a movie that makes you feel good. A simpler movie that can make you feel good. So, wait a minute. So, Oppenheimer winning Best Picture is a matter of when, not if. I mean, I would not say when, because, again, Holdovers could take it. I still think Holdovers is number 2. But right now, I would still say Oppenheimer is the frontrunner. If Poor Things wins BAFTA for cinematography, then can we talk? Sure. But again, that would be insane, though. And considering even at the BAFTAs, they nominated the absolute hell out of Oppenheimer. I still think the BAFTAs are going to go with Oppenheimer in cinematography. Is Barbie the least likely to win the Best Picture? No. I'd say that would probably be either Past Lives or Maestro. Because at least Maestro has some acting support behind it. In what world did Killers not get sound or screenplay? Feels bad. I can't really speak on, like, I don't know. Like, so far, from the movies I've seen, like, Killers of the Flower Moon had a great screenplay and sound, although I'm not sure if I would nominate Killers of the Flower Moon. Alright, let's imagine. Of the movies that I have seen, which movies would I nominate for Best Adapted Screenplay? Well, Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Barbie, honestly, Godzilla Minus One. I'd probably nominate Godzilla Minus One for Adapted Screenplay, because I thought, like, that movie had a way better screenplay than it actually, like, should have had. And was Society of the Snow based on was that an original screenplay or adapted? I'm not sure. Maybe I'd nominate Killers for cinema. Oh, maybe I'd nominate Killers for screenplay. Probably. At least of the movies right now. Again, I haven't seen American Fiction. I haven't seen, Poor Things or Zone of Interest, so I can't say that right now. But already I have at least 4 films I probably put above Killers of the Flower Moon. Parasite or Oppenheimer. I love both movies. I love them both. I'd probably pick Oppenheimer over it, though. PGA won't do the holdovers. They could. They very well could. Holdovers could do very well on a preferential ballot. You don't know that. Dark Knight or Oppenheimer? The Dark Knight. I think whatever wins PGA will likely take the Oscar. I think that's a good... I think that was a good bet. I was happy to see some love for Godzilla Minus One. Godzilla Minus One was a great movie, although, again, I need to maybe see that movie... like, when it's not the theater I'm at, because I need to see if the visual effects are really, like, kind of hit or miss. I don't know. How come Oppenheimer doesn't get the blockbuster hate that Barbie is getting for why it didn't deserve nominations wins? I mean, because Oppenheimer is more traditional Oscar bait than Barbie, so, I think that's kind of why. Need Seth Rogen to cook like crazy for the Mutant Mayhem sequel. That snub was ridiculous. Look, don't even get me started on Mutant Mayhem's snub. That was stupid. Like, it should have easily been nominated over Elemental, and yet they just went for the safe pick because they're basic. This will be the second year in a row where me and the Oscars agree on Best Picture. It depends. I mean, again, who knows? But if they do go with Oppenheimer, I would agree that Oppenheimer deserves Best Picture. The last time my number 1 movie of the year won Best Picture was Moonlight. So, could Ridley can a directing... Are you talking about could Ridley Scott get a directing Oscar? Who knows? Right now, I would say he's not really on a good track right now. I mean, who knows what his next film would do? Like, I don't know. But it's like... Ridley Scott is so hit or miss, I wouldn't bet on that, really. Thoughts on Annette Bening being nominated over Greta Lee and Margot Robbie? I didn't like that. I thought Greta Lee and Margot Robbie deserved a nomination over her. I mean, nothing against her, but obviously, but I just didn't think she deserved the nomination over them. People are freaking out over the Gerwig and Barbie stuff when they both have nominations this year for Barbie, but no one seems to want to know that. Again, I've said this before earlier. I think it's completely valid to acknowledge that, yeah, they did get Oscar nominations, but you can also say, I thought they should have also been nominated for their particular crafts. Like, I thought Margot Robbie should have... Again, I can't really speak on director that much because I haven't seen Poor Things, The Zone of Interest, or Anatomy of a Fall, so I can't speak on Greta Gerwig on that. But I would say, yeah, I thought Margot Robbie deserved a nomination over Annette Bening. I think that's completely valid to say. Like, I think it is valid to say that, you feel like they should have been nominated for Oscars for the particular categories. But again, I feel like you would need to say who, specifically who would you take out? I feel like that's the question. Like, you need to be able to say who would you take out of the nomination to nominate this other person. Thoughts on Ryan Gosling saying greats. I don't know what we're talking. I don't know exactly what we're talking about, but yeah. Ooh, who would you personally give the win to in original screenplay? That's tough. Probably The Holdovers right now. Maybe The Holdovers. Thoughts on Ryan Gosling saying Greta Gerwig, Greta and Margot should have been nominated? Do you think they should have gotten nominated? Again, like I said, I can't fully say Greta Gerwig because I haven't seen 3 of the other Best Director nominees, but I would have nominated Margot Robbie over Annette Bening easily. So there's that. Poor Things deserve as a production design. The way they create the weird versions of different countries and the lack of CGI, including the sky, is amazing. Oh no, there was CGI skies and stuff. Like I haven't seen the movie, but I do know about some of the stuff that went behind in the film. There was some CGI, but it's like it was more extensions of the production design, which again, it's still production design. It's just digital production design. But it's not like there was no CGI in that movie. There was a lot of CGI in the movie. It just wasn't really, it was more so to boost up the production design, which I feel like, again, it's still production design. So that's, yeah. My adapted screenplay nominations. Poor Things, Oppenheimer, Spider-Verse 2, Beau is Afraid, and Killers of the Flower Moon. Wait, Beau is Afraid? What? I want to, like, Beau is Afraid was an original screenplay. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. It wasn't based on anything. No pre-existing material. It was just like a story that Ari Aster it was a story and characters that Ari Aster came up with himself. So that's not an adapted screenplay. I feel like the Oscars hate Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen with a Rogen has an E, not an A. You're spelling it like Joe Rogan, which wrong Rogan, bad Rogan. Seth Rogen, his Rogan has an E in there, but God, we could have had Oscar nominee Seth Rogen. That would have been like, but no. Gladiator 2 might be really good, let's hope. I'm not giving my hopes up. Ridley Scott is so... Here's the thing. I've reached a point where it's like, I'm never going to predict a Ridley Scott movie for Best Picture that early or whatever, unless I am proven otherwise. He is so hit or miss as a director to where it's like, I need to actually see what people think of the movie first. Because his movie could go, he might make a really great movie, or he might make something that's completely mid and no one cares about it. I feel like the backlash might influence Barbie to win adapted. I mean, that's possible. I don't know if it will though, because again, I feel like there needs to be momentum, and since we don't have the Writers Guild Awards, the momentum is not going to be on Barbie. Like, the BAFTAs are not going to be on Barbie's side, unless so I don't think the BAFTAs are going to go for Barbie. So I don't know. Oppenheimer for Best Picture, Nolan for Director, Giamatti for Actor, Gladstone for Actress, RDJ for Supporting Actor, and Randall for Supporting Actress. I mean, I'm excited for Christopher Nolan to win his Best Director Oscar. He's my favorite director of all time, and the fact that he's finally getting his due makes me happy. Does a late surge in votes for Barbie nominees at SAG give us some surprises at the end of award season? If it won, okay. I feel like it would not only need support from SAG, but it would also need support from PGA and, again, BAFTA. Because it needs to win screenplay if it wants to win Best Picture. And I don't know if the BAFTAs are going to do that. I can't find good qualities for Poor Things or Zone of Interest anywhere online. That sucks. Yeah. I want to see Zone of Interest and Poor Things. People act like the only thing Margot did was look pretty in Barbie. She has an emotional arc. She's Barbie. I can't imagine any other person playing that role so well. I agree. I agree with that. A lot of people haven't watched Robot Dreams. Do you think that is a plus for the movie or a negative? It's never going to win. Oh, Robot Dreams is never winning a Best Animated Feature. No way. It's going to be either Spider-Verse or Boy and the Heron. It's just going to be one of those two. Could Steve Carell win an Oscar? He definitely could. We'll have to see what happens in the future, but he definitely could if he gets the right role. Is there any world in which betting randomly takes SAG? don't put that out there. Like, you're gonna jinx it. Like, my God, we don't need that. No. My God, oh God, I'd be so angry if that happened. Should the Oscars expand their categories from 5 to 6 nominees in categories? I did explain this earlier. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm fine with Best Picture being 10 because it's basically saying like your top 10 favorite movies of the year. Great. Expanding expanding all the other categories, that's not going to solve anything. There's still going to be major snubs and people are still going to complain. Like, you don't solve these problems by trying to cheapen the ceremony. You solve these problems by Holly. The thing is, it's not even the Oscars' fault. It's Hollywood's fault for not giving more of these. It's sort of like my thing with it's tough. It's like Hollywood should be giving more creative roles to more groups, because like you can't really expect you can't expect the Oscars to vote for something that there's not really enough of. And I feel like if you want to make actual change, that's how you do it, by making Hollywood itself change. And because like the Oscars, I mean, yeah, you could expand the categories, but there's still going to be major snubs that people are going to complain about. It's not going to fix anything. I personally feel like Spider-Verse missing score was the biggest tragedy of the nominations. By far the most creatively unique score of the year. For me, like, it was that and visual effects, because I feel like Spider-Verse was absolutely groundbreaking in the realm of animation, which is visual effects. So, yeah. Do you think Lady Gaga should have been nominated for House of Gucci? I guess she gets another chance for a nomination with Joker 2. She wouldn't be in my 5, but I wouldn't be upset if she got nominated. I didn't like House of Gucci, but I thought she was really good in it. Ridley Scott is hit or miss since the 90s. The Last Duel was the best one of his for me in the past few years, and a lot of people haven't seen it. That's exactly my point. I love The Last Duel as well, but again, he's so hit or miss. Oh, Bo was a short film he did. So I guess it would be an adapted screenplay. All right, if that is the case, if that was a short film first, then yeah, they would put it into adapted screenplay. You are right. So, all right, that's valid. Anne Hathaway, Emma Stone, or Blake Lively could have played Barbie. I mean, like, technically, sure, but it's like Margot Robbie, I thought, like, kind of just encompassed Barbie. Do you think the Oscars should start early after the nominations are announced? Because it doesn't start until March. Yeah, absolutely. Like, why it can't be February or something, I don't know. Why do they always put the Oscars, like, so late in the game? It's like, come on. Like, because, like, if you have the nominees, or no, if you have the Oscars come out, like, earlier, then, you know, people could see the movie. Like, that'll incentivize the studios to put the movies out earlier. I don't know why the studios take forever to put these movies out. It's so annoying. Did you hear about the Oscars are adding the Best Popular Movie category? Oh, and then they canceled it due to backlash. Oh, yeah, that was back in 2018. Yeah, that was the dumbest thing possible, because it doesn't honor popular. It's basically what the Golden Globes have with their cinematic and box office achievement, which is the stupidest category imaginable, because it's like, it doesn't you're not honoring genre films, like, you're diminishing them. You're saying, oh, these movies don't belong in Best Picture. It should be, they should be given their, like, they should be put in their own stupid category so we don't have to take them seriously. It's so dumb. I hope next year's Best Picture nominees are more competitive. This one was unbelievably predictable. I don't really care how predictable something is, as long as, you know, like, the way I see it is, like, I hope more of the movies I love get into Best Picture. That's what I really care about. I don't really care if it's, like, more competitive. It's like, yeah, Oppenheimer, for me, should be winning Best Picture, but it's like, you know, and it's so far the very clear frontrunner, but it's like, you know, like, a lot of the movies that did get nominated, like Barbie, Holdovers, Past Lives, Killers of the Flower Moon, all fantastic movies. So it's like, I can't really complain that, yeah, Oppenheimer is, like, the clear frontrunner, but it's like, I want Oppenheimer to be the frontrunner in Best Picture. Like, I want it to win. So it's like, I'm sorry, I'm tired of the boring biopic roles getting nominated over something new. Barbie would have been fresh. I don't really care as long as like the performance itself is fantastic. Like, sure, like Cillian Murphy is giving a biopic performance, but I also think he deserves the win. Or when Eddie Redmayne won for The Theory of Everything, it's like, yeah, it is a traditional biopic performance, but I thought he deserved the win. So it's like it's kind of tough to say because it's like like a lot of these wins are really deserving. Or even Greta Lee. Emma Stone's not particularly, not classically pretty to play. Oh, I think, I think we're getting a bit, Bo is adapted into so many Glass Onion is, or Whiplash. I think maybe the better example is Whiplash, because that was also based on a short film. But still, yeah. Exactly, I don't having to wait so long for the Oscars. Same. I don't know. Like, the Oscars, they need to do a few things, all right? Have the Oscars themselves be earlier in the year, like February, and also stream it on Disney Plus. For the love of God, no one uses cable anymore. No wonder your ratings are going down. I heard that Cillian found out he got nominated at his parents' house, and they had just had cake to celebrate. What a chill guy! Yeah, that sounds like a typical Cillian Murphy move. And it's really wholesome. I like that. Do you think March release could affect Dune Part 2? It depends. If it's a box office bomb, absolutely. If no one cares about it, but again, it really depends. We'll have to see how well it's received. The year Coda one was very predictable. Look at Gold Derby. I mean, at the end of the day, it became predictable. Sure, at the end of the day, it became predictable. But leading up to it, it's like when the nominations got announced that year, no one even considered that Coda was going to win. So it's like, it was predictable, but also not predictable. Is Sing Sing by A24 suffer the same fate as Past Lives in next season? Because since it's might likely release in summertime, I don't know, because I don't know what the buzz is going to be like for Sing Sing when it comes out. So we'll have to see how that does. I don't think Barbie has a shot to win Best Picture because it does not have a nomination for editing and Killer's screenplay. I don't think editing is fully a requirement. I think it helps. I mean, but look at Coda. It won Best Picture without editing. So we'll have to see. Favorite Cillian Murphy performance outside of Oppenheimer? I don't know if I can truly say that because I have not seen that many Cillian Murphy movies. I thought he was great in Inception. I always wish Scarecrow had been the main villain of Batman Begins. He was so good. I thought he served his purpose in that film. Ooh, who wins Best Actor if Cillian wins BAFTA and Paul wins SAG? Tough one. That is tough because it's not going to be like last year. Because even though Austin Butler was in a Best Picture nominee with Elvis, let's face it, Elvis had no shot of winning Best Picture. Hell, the fact that I thought it was the second least likely film to win Best Picture because it didn't even have a screenplay nomination. And as we know, you need screenplay and or director a win of one of those two categories to win Best Picture. Elvis was not nominated for either one, so I feel like it was the second least likely to win Best Picture. And the number one least likely was Avatar 2. Just Coda and... So to answer your question... So neither The Whale nor Elvis were winning Best Picture, so it was kind of tough. But this year, both The Holdovers and Oppenheimer have a good chance to win. So that makes it really tough. I think if Cillian Murphy won BAFTA and Paul Giamatti won SAG, God, I think it would also depend on what The Holdovers also wins. If it wins original screenplay at BAFTA and it wins PGA and he won SAG, then I think he takes the Oscar. But let's say if at the BAFTAs, Anatomy of a Fall wins original screenplay and Oppenheimer wins Producers Guild and Paul Giamatti still wins at SAG, I think Cillian Murphy wins the Oscar. Just Coda and Birdman in the past 30 years. Oh, without editing. Yeah. Who's winning? Cillian eating strawberry cake or Paul eating In-N-Out? Admittedly, Paul Giamatti eating In-N-Out was really funny. So yeah, that. And without screenplay, the last time was Titanic. Yeah, but, however, if you remember, Titanic still won Best Director. And also, Nomadland didn't win Screenplay either. I'm worried for Spider-Man. I think only getting one nomination hurts its chances to win Best Animated Feature. True, but we could... It's tough, because, like, Pinocchio also underperformed in Oscar nominations, but at the same time, it was sweeping the animated feature category, whereas with this year, Boy and the Heron won the Golden Globe, and Spider-Man won Critics' Choice. So it actually is a race. So I don't know. Some locks for next year's Oscars: Dune Part 2, Megalopolis, Piano Lessons, Sing Sing, and Alto Nights. The only lock I can maybe say right now is Dune Part 2, because it's going to get nominated. But, like, Megalopolis, again, I'm not betting on Francis Ford Coppola if his track record recently has not been great. Here's a crazy thought. When Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out, imagine it premieres at TIFF and wins People's Choice, so the Academy has to take it seriously then. Like, imagine how nuts that'd be. I'm not going to predict an animated film for Best Picture ever again. Not after how badly animated films performed this year. My God, no. I'm not going to do that again. I've learned my lesson. The Oscars will not take animated films seriously anymore, so even, I don't care what the hype is, I will not predict Beyond the Spider-Verse for Best Animated Feature, because they do not respect animated movies. SAG holds more weight in actor categories, it seems. Look at Fraser and... I kind of explained that. Who'd you given the win for Best Actress at the 2022 Oscars? Chastain, Coleman, Cruz, Kidman, or Stewart? Kristen Stewart. I thought I would have given her the Oscar for Spencer. I thought she was wonderful. Ford v Ferrari or Ferrari 2023? Have not seen Ferrari, although I did love Ford v Ferrari. Yeah, but I'm saying in the nods, Coda was a very odd year because was not nominated for director and editing. Green Book won Best Picture without director nod also. Yeah, but they did also win screenplay. It's tough. Like, if Holdovers can still win screenplay, it's in the race. Because you need to win either screenplay or director to win. And the Holdovers can still win original screenplay. It can. It is possible. SAG came after BAFTA last year. The year McDormand and Hopkins won BAFTA came after SAG. True, but also the race is different because we had two actors. We had an actor who was in a Best Picture nominee and an actor who wasn't in a Best Picture nominee competing with Brendan Fraser and Austin Butler. Whereas this year, the two frontrunners are in contention, or Best Picture, are in movies that are in contention to win Best Picture. So that makes it a lot tougher, I feel like. A little surprised Ferrari wasn't an Oscar contender. Should have gotten Adam Driver. I can't speak on it, but, I'm, given the buzz, I was kind of surprised that it didn't get a sound nomination. Stewart all the way, absolutely. Megalopolis has a comeback narrative and has a stacked cast and a ton of text. We haven't even seen a trailer yet for Megalopolis, so I don't know what to make of that. And we don't know if it's a comeback narrative for Francis Ford Coppola if we don't even know if people love the movie or not. That's the problem. Is there a 2024 movie you were already rooting for award season glory? Dune 2 in visual effects. I already know it's going to have the best visual effects of the year, so something like that. Unless somehow Mufasa or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes really shocks me, but yeah. For me, Holdovers is number 2. Maybe Anatomy of a Fall for number 3 because the major nods, director, editing, and screenplay. But again, I don't know. Is it would Anatomy of a Fall be more like Aroma or A Power of the Dog, where it leaves you emotionally ambiguous? I don't know. Again, I have not seen the Anatomy of a Fall, so I'm just spitballing here. So we'll have to see, but I don't know. I don't know if Anatomy of a Fall is really going to win anything at the Oscars. Alto Nights is a dramedy directed by Barry Levinson, written by Nicholas Pileggi, co-writer of The Goodfellas. Let's see. Let's see what the... Ooh. He's hit or miss. Barry Levinson is very hit or miss. So I don't know. I don't know if I can say that. If that's gonna. And wait, no, wrong one. Wait, did he like where is it? Who? Okay, let's see the writer. The only films he's written were City Hall, Casino, and Goodfellas. That's not a lot. Like that's not like I don't know. I don't like I don't. I think that might be too big a risk right now for me. What probably benefits Cillian Murphy is that the entire Academy votes for the Oscars. Oppenheimer got so many nominations, and if it's winning Best Picture, maybe it's just enough for him to win. I mean, if Oppenheimer truly is winning Best Picture, then yeah, I think he probably would win Best Actor. Who do you think is winning Actress in a Supporting Role? I mean, well, easily. It's not even a contest, it's Divine Joy Randolph. She's taking it. I think even if Emily Blunt won at the BAFTAs for Oppenheimer, it would still be Divine Joy Randolph. Denis Villeneuve or David Fincher, haven't seen enough of their films to make that comparison. When Levinson hits, he hits, true, but also he has a lot of lows. So again, it's like Ridley Scott. I can't predict it until I see what the response is like. I was waiting to results, BAFTA and SAG to get my prediction, Oscars. Not exactly clear what's being said, but again, we'll have to see. My guess is that the race for original is Anatomy versus Holdovers. Trier also won the Palm in Cannes screenplay at the Golden Globes, and I'm not sure what that is. That is possible. Again, original screenplay is definitely between Anatomy of the Fall and Holdovers, so we'll have to see how that goes out. Favorite living director? My favorite director of all time is Christopher Nolan, so easily. I think next year's award season is going to be great. So many potential good movies. Film is on a great spot at the moment. God, I don't know how it could get better than this year, honestly, so far. I don't know. Yeah, Randolph and Downey are a done deal, I would agree. Consider Blitz for Best Picture. That can win a lot of Oscars. We'll have to see. I don't know how many, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I think you mean international category. Well, I mean, it's not, Anatomy of a Fall is not nominated for international feature, but it's probably going to win the BAFTA as well. Oh, wow, wait. Fun fact, Shrek 1 was the only animated film to get Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, PGA, and the BAFTA Best Picture nominee. If the Oscars... getting all those precursors and probably not getting the Oscar nomination... if Oscars have top 10 in Best Picture in early years, surely it's in Best... They also won Adapted Screenplay at BAFTA. Obviously, an expanded list of 10, Shrek would have been nominated. Hot take, I really don't like Shrek. I think it's very overrated, so... Oh, wow. I'm so happy I got the supporting actor 5 right, went with my gut picking Sterling, and now I'm owed $40. Hey, that's great. I want to put down an Oscar bet this year, but I don't know what to go with. Maybe visual effects, but it's like, I don't know. Do I want to take that risk? Because even I'm not exactly sure what happens. It would never happen. Hypothetically, what would be a bigger shock? Randolph losing or Nolan losing? Ooh, I think maybe Christopher Nolan losing, because, it was his year. It's his year. He's supposed to win for Oppenheimer. So it's I think there is a chance, even if it is a small chance. Maybe the Oscars really, really love Oppenheimer and they'll give Emily Blunt Best Supporting Actress if they see the BAFTAs do it, or even SAG. That maybe, but Christopher Nolan losing Best Director would be insanity. So yeah, we'll have to see. I hope they play clips at the Oscars. Knowing Janet Yang and how she's been operating the Oscars and the Academy, I feel like they're going to do that. Janet Yang, oh my god, she is so good. My God, remember when Academy leadership was just the absolute worst for a few years? Like, cutting down categories and taking them off air, combining the best sound categories was stupid. Considering best popular film, all just doing this to appease Disney and ABC. Janet Yang has been like actually fighting for the integrity of the Oscars, and we had a fantastic show last year. So it's like they're gonna play clips of the Oscars. I'm sure of it. Like, she's done a phenomenal job. Yeah, France chose another film. Anatomy won the international category at Golden Globe and Critics' Choice. BAFTA, I have my doubts because Zone of Interest. I don't know. The BAFTAs did not even nominate the Zone of Interest for Best Film, and they nominated Anatomy of a Fall. I think Anatomy of a Fall is just going to take it at BAFTA as well. Imagine if they gave it to Glazer instead. Oh my... That would be insanity. Oh. Would you ever consider entering the Emmys game and predicting nominees and winners for that? Probably not. I mean, I might I probably not, because I don't watch TV nearly as much as movies. It's one thing to watch like a 2-hour movie, but it's another thing to like binge watch an entire series of television, which I just can't do. So no, I probably can't do the Emmys. Probably can't do that. Went with Sterling K. Brown, first thing after SAG, and always kept Ruffalo. Always got into 5 out of 5. Man, like, I didn't predict Sterling K. Brown. That's awesome. Hopefully Killian will win both BAFTA and SAG, then the war will be over. Yeah, if he wins BAFTA and SAG, then it's over. He's winning Best Actor. I'm hoping Paul to win, but there's these type of roles, comedy mixed with drama. It's a rare win in leading roles. That's kind of why I'm going with Cillian Murphy winning lead actor, because I feel like he makes the most sense right now. So, yeah. We'll have to see. Does anyone have anything else to say? I mean, if it's kind of... You're going to get it wrong because it's going to be Paul Giamatti who wins, and everyone else is saying that too. Not everyone. Not everyone is saying that Paul Giamatti's winning. Again, like, there is a good chance that that Cillian Murphy wins. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying Paul Giamatti can't win lead actor. He definitely can. But, you know, I mean, we don't know for sure what's going to happen. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Chat's been kind of slowing down, so I'm wondering if I should, begin to slow down the stream or whatever. So far, things are going pretty well. So happy for Sterling K. Brown, since I'm a huge fan of the show This Is Us. Never saw the show, but I think he's, from what I've seen of him, he's a pretty good actor. Imagine Nolan snubbed in director category. That would have been more of a shocker than Ben Affleck snub for Argo. I would have been so mad because Christopher Nolan is my favorite director, and this is his one chance to win Best Director. I'd be so angry and pissed. Oh my God, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started. Once he wins SAG, we will see. We don't know if he is winning SAG. He might. He very well could, but we don't know that. Do you think Nolan is going to win screenplay? Director is a done deal. Adapted screenplay, right now, I kind of do think so. I think the movie is already winning like 8 Oscars as is, especially a lot of above the line categories. So for it to miss adapted screenplay would be kind of surprising. I'm 50-50. It's 50-50 at this point. There's a lot of more people wanting Cillian winning that Oscar. So again, not as, like it is. I would say it is probably 50-50 right now, maybe. I still think Cillian Murphy wins, but again, it could be Paul Giamatti. Who knows? What's going on here? Could Holdovers pull a Green Book? Same nominations package. Got DGA. A missed Oscar nomination. Both did well at the Globe. Supporting category swept for both. PGA helped to take over and win. That's honestly kind of what I'm thinking. It could do that. It could very well pull that off. I want Annette Bening to win Best Actress. I disagree, but you do you. That's, whatever floats your boat. When is BAFTA? Well, let's ask Google. Looks like it's February 18th. So we got quite a ways away until the BAFTAs. So yeah, February 18th is when the BAFTAs are. Oppenheimer is foreign screenplay. I would not say so. Because, I don't know, because again, we don't have the Writers Guild Awards to look back to. And Critics' Choice is when you look at the history, Critics' Choice is very hit or miss when aligning the screenplay categories with the Oscars. So it's not over. American Fiction did win, but for example, Nomadland won Best, The Power of the Dog won Best Adapted Screenplay at Critics' Choice, and the Oscars went with Coda. The previous year, they gave it to Nomadland. But then the Oscars gave it to The Father. Then the previous year, they gave it to Little Women. The Critics' Choice gave it to Little Women, and the Oscars gave it to Jojo Rabbit. And even in original screenplay, Critics' Choice went with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The Oscars, Parasite. So it's Oppenheimer, American Fiction might not win. It could, but it might not. The thing is, I'm not expecting the BAFTAs to give American Fiction Best Adapted Screenplay. So, and we don't have the Writers Guild Awards to look back at, so we don't really know. And again, the fact that Oppenheimer is such a big Oscar contender, you cannot doubt its prospects in winning Adapted Screenplay if it's going to win this many Oscars as is. Ben Affleck probably got snubbed in the director because in current Oscars state they don't like nominating directors who are primarily actors. I don't know. I think maybe they just assumed that Ben Affleck was going to get nominated, but then they just didn't do it. I don't know for sure. So yeah, that's why Bradley Cooper got snubbed for both of his films. I think the thing is, I don't think he deserved a nomination for a Best Director nomination for Maestro. Even though I haven't seen Anatomy of a Fall, Poor Things, or Zone of Interest, I'd still put, a significant number of directors over Bradley Cooper. Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Barbie, Past Lives, maybe Society of the Snow, or Godzilla -1, or something like that, or maybe Spider-Verse, but it's I didn't think Maestro was great, so I wouldn't have nominated him either. Yeah, you think Barbie has a shot because the snub in Picture and Actress? Well, I think it has a shot. If it can win Adapted Screenplay and Supporting Actor, although Supporting Actor would be a shock, it can happen. I think it's looking less likely because, Robert Downey Jr. is so strong. But, if it was starting to look like it was going to win Supporting Actor and Adapted Screenplay, oh my god, imagine it winning Original Screenplay at the BAFTAs. Well, then now I'm just thinking, okay, well, Barbie just might take Best Adapted Screenplay at the Oscars because, if the BAFTAs go for Barbie, that shows some big strength, and that can't be underestimated. I hope The Teacher's Lounge wins International Film. I haven't seen The Teacher's Lounge, so I can't say. Green Book beat A Lanthimos film, so if Holdovers wins, that would be another potential parallel with the Green Book. Sure, but I think that might be more coincidental. I still think Holdovers is still number 2, but I think that might be more coincidental than anything. Are you doing BAFTA predictions now the nominations are all out? I will do BAFTA predictions, but I will do BAFTA predictions closer to when the BAFTAs are. Maybe a week or so. I need to think about what my schedule for February is going to be like, because I need to look at we got a troll in the chat. Boo. We got a troll in the chat, everybody. Boop. There we go. Haha. Take that. That's it's great being in charge. It's great being in charge. Yeah, I don't know what Emma was doing. I don't know. But I will I need to look up, when a lot of these awards are happening in February, and cuz I'm going to start cuz uh-oh, we got another troll here. Got another troll. There we go. Aha. Uh-oh. Emma Stone is the best. Wait. You get, man, okay, hold on, wait, you made it when you got stalkers, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Where was I? But going back to your question, I will do BAFTA predictions, but I need to figure out what my schedule is going to be for February, because that's why you gotta be subscribed and hit that community tab, or go to the community tab, because at the before the beginning of every month, at least for award season, I'm going to be posting my at least leading up to the Oscars, I'm going to be posting my schedule for my upload schedule. So yeah. What's next? Any of the guilds? I know Writers Guild after Oscars this year. That's why I have to figure out on my own time, because there's already so much going on right now, so I'll have to figure that out. Like I said, just stay subscribed and look at the community tab for any updates. So yeah, and also maybe hit that bell. I don't know if the bell works for community posts. I don't know, but yeah. I don't think so. Since Enemy is out, Azona's gonna win Best Picture nominee, like Roma, Parasite, and no more. Well, yeah, no. At the Oscars, yeah, the Zone of Interest is going to win. I'm just saying, at the BAFTAs, I think it's going to go to Anatomy of a Fall. I don't think Oppenheimer's going to win screenplay, because I feel like if they would award Nolan with something major, it'd be director. Gerwig and Baumbach seem more overdue, so I'm predicting Barbie. I mean, I don't know. Christopher Nolan has been like shaping Hollywood for well over 2 decades, so it's I don't know if I think if we're talking about overdue, I think he might be considered more overdue. But again, you can't deny when the Academy loves a film. They gave the Daniels easily. They gave the Daniels Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay. So and they also gave Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu Best Director, Best Picture, Best Screenplay for Birdman. If the Oscars are really passionate about a movie, they will want to give it everything if they're really passionate. The way WGIR, they'll go for Barbie and original and American fiction for adapted. They love political commentary. Again, we don't know. I don't know that for sure. So we don't know. And again, I can't really take Writers Guild. I can't really use the Writers Guild this year because again, they just don't really. They can't they just God, what's the word I'm looking for? Since we can't really use the Writers Guild this year because they are because they are not really they're not going to correlate with the Oscars. God, I can't speak today. Blech. Giamatti is not locked to win, and neither is Murphy. There were some who said Cooper was locked to win Globes and DiCaprio was locked for the SAG nom. We'll have to wait and see how the race plays out. Yeah, I would agree. No one is locked in yet for Best Lead Actor. No one is locked in. We can make guesses as to who could win, but there is no lock. MGM ran Women Talking's campaign, and that won adapted screenplay last year. Both won Critics' Choice for Screenplay and lost at BAFTA. Did poorly at BAFTA too. MGM could pull it off again. Sure, it did win Critics' Choice, but it also won the Writers Guild Award, and the Writers Guild Awards came out before the Oscars. So I feel like that hype. Here's the thing: if the Writers Guild Awards came out after the Oscars, would Women Talking have still won Best Adapted Screenplay? I don't know. Because again, Critics' Choice is very hit or miss. So if we did only have Critics' Choice and BAFTA to go off of, knowing how spotty Critics' Choice can be in their in whether or not who wins screenplay, I think there might be a world where All Quiet on the Western Front takes Best Adapted Screenplay if we did not have the Writers Guild to look to, because like a lot of these movies, like, because here's the thing, the momentum factor is there. And without that Writers Guild hype, I don't know if Women Talking would have won Best Adapted Screenplay. What streaming services do you watch movies on? It depends. I have Disney Plus. We have Amazon Prime, though we mostly use it for like shipping and stuff. I think that's about it. I currently have a free trial of Apple TV Plus, so there's that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is from earlier Trolls. Yep, absolutely. I think you bought most of your subs getting them. Uh-oh. We got a troll. We got another troll here. Guess what? Boom. Bye. See ya. You're gone. Banned for life. Oh. You can't mess with I got a mouse right here. I will ban you for life. Don't test me. Ooh. I think it's content maybe second only to the Oscar expert. Aw, that's nice. Man, I'm not as good as the Oscar expert. I would never compare myself to the Oscar expert. I am mid compared. Like the only person who gets to say that I have lackluster content is me. Or the Oscar expert himself. If he says I'm lackluster, I'm like, alright, fair enough. But yeah, the only person who gets to say that I have lackluster content is me. Oppenheimer has screenplay has issues. Some would disagree. I would probably disagree. And again, Oppenheimer, Nolan still has underwritten female characters. I don't know how much of a realistic. I don't know if that's going to be much of a realistic concern that's going to be happening once when voting begins. It's like I don't know if that's going to really be a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Sandra won BAFTA in the supporting category. Oh my god, if she did, then that would be insane. I think if anyone were to upset over Danielle Brooks over at the BAFTAs, it probably would be Emily Blunt. Although I'm not. Well, no, not Danielle Brooks. Divine Joy Randolph. I think Barbie's going to be original in the WGA. Moonlight was original in WGA, but for the Academy was adapted. I wouldn't be surprised over that. So yeah, if someone cuss in chat, you gotta ban them. No, just cursing in general is fine. It's just like being a troll and being a dick. Like, I mean, look at me. I just cursed right now. It's like, you can curse in chat. That's fine. Obviously, don't use any slurs. Don't use any of those slurs. But, I mean, I don't know. If you say, I don't know. If you say the fuck word, I don't care. I really don't care. Just don't use slurs and don't be a dick. Writers Guild is so in love with political comedy that they gave Don't Look Up for original undeserving. I mean, look, I like that. While that is true, we just can't look at the Writers Guild this year for help. We just can't. It's just coming because it has no core. It's not coming out within like the Oscars or whatever like that. So imagine if 3 split votes and Jeffrey Wright upset. I can't even imagine that. Last year's competition was much more weaker. I mean, yeah, I would probably say that, and like, but again, it's like, so yeah, but I don't know. Oppenheimer is still such a big juggernaut, so I don't know. I think Annette Bening is going to win Best Actress, and Emily Blunt has zero chance if she does that for a horrible racist. Wait, what? I don't know what? God, what are you doing? I thought I banned you, Rainbow Bright. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no, you guys can't see that in the chat. Like, why is it still showing up here? Wait, let me try this. There we go. Timeout. Rainbow Bright's been... finally. Where is it? Where are these haters coming from? I don't know. Wait. Ah! What? More? Where are all these? Wait, what? Wait, what? Where are all these trolls coming from? My God. Where are they coming from? Yeah, the film Drunk is engaged, so it's like, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Are you in college during the day, or do you have a work job? I can't afford college. I have a day job. It does, I mean, it's not. It does, I'm not making a lot of money from it, so I really want this YouTube channel to do well. So, but for best adapted screenplay, no, I know what you're saying. Wait, what were you saying? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you were saying yeah. Now imagine if Sandra Hüller won lead actress at BAFTA over Emma Stone. I do think that could happen. Then the competition would be fucking tough to predict. Yeah, that is true. But here's the thing: if Emma Stone doesn't even win the BAFTA, then I'm definitely thinking she doesn't win SAG. I think it would just be Lily Gladstone, and then I think if anything, if Sandra Hüller won BAFTA, like that would just give Lily Gladstone the edge to win the SAG award and then the Oscar. Are you a fan of the superhero movie genre? Yeah, like I'm not really like a Martin Scorsese type where I'm like superhero movies aren't cinema. It's like no, they can be. Like they absolutely can be. I mean, are there ones that certainly aren't? Yeah, but like no, like there's some that are really great, and all that stuff. I don't like Naiad. Foster is fine, but for me, the buzz for Benning was a joke. Amazing actress, but for this, no. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I agree. If Jeffrey Wright shockingly won, he would be 3 out of 4 for an EGOT. Ooh. If Barbenheimer movies didn't exist this season, who do you think which movies would take the last 2 spots in Best Picture? God, I don't know, because like the thing is like Barbenheimer really did shape like kind of the attitude of award season, so I don't really know what would have happened. It's tough. She deserves the Oscar for American Beauty. I haven't seen American Beauty. America could have an upset BAFTA win, just like Kwan lost at BAFTA to Kyogen. Again, who knows? Who knows what will happen? Are these from a YouTube algorithm? What's from a YouTube algorithm? I don't know. Sandra Hüller could pull an Olivia Colman and possibly win the Oscar. I don't know, because at least Olivia Colman did win a Golden Globe. So there is that. I'm going to be so mad if Divine loses. Personally, my pick for supporting actress would actually be Danielle Brooks, at least of the nominees I've seen so far. Danielle Brooks would be my pick to win. So, God damn, why? How are you still getting in? What is with these people? My God, just quit it. Go away. Why are there so many? Oh, so many trolls. Anyways, what was I saying? Coleman won the BAFTA also. Yeah, that is true. Prefer Henson. Wait, Henson. Who's Henson? Taraji P. Henson over Brooks. All right. I'm taking Wicked Part 1 out of the 2025 predictions after The Color Purple. Yeah, and also In the Heights didn't really do anything, even though I thought that should have happened. You should get moderators who get rid of trolls so you can focus on streaming. True. I do need that. However, I need to it's tough. I do want to establish, myself. Like, make sure. The thing is, I want to make sure I can trust people to be mods. Is kind of the thing. Oh my God, more people. what the like I need to like be sure I can, because here's the thing, the role of a moderator I feel like is a big responsibility. So, you know, I feel like that it's a big responsibility to be a moderator, and I need to make sure I can trust people. So there is that. Do you think Wicked will do well this year? Probably. Maybe box office wise? Probably. Maybe. Who knows? It's then again, it's tough because musicals are always like a thing. What the? Why are more of you just like? Ugh. Wait. YouTube recommended this channel for me today. This is my first time here. Maybe this is the reason there are for a lot of trolls in the chat. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? God, this is insanity. Yeah, YouTube is recommending me. Thank you. Just like, oh God, this is just insanity. I've been going for 3 hours, by the way. I've been going for 3 hours, so like, you know, there's a lot going on. But yeah, one of these days, like, granted, these past two streams have been really, really strong. And again, I do want to do more of these. I do want to do more of these. You know, like, what do you guys want to see from streams? Since we got a lot of viewers here, what do we want to, you know? Oh, wait. Any interesting new segment ideas? Ah, no, go away. My bad, I accidentally said that. Like, I don't know. Man, this is, good God, this is insanity. But that's why I kind of want to ask you guys, like, for future streams, what would you want to see me do? Because, you know, obviously I had segments to talk about, you know, talking about, like, you know, Oscar nomination pre-game show, Oscar nomination post, you know, game show. It's like, what do we want to do? Because I do want to try to do this weekly, but I gotta make sure we have things. Do you want me to just, like, talk about, like, regular movie news or something? Like, just, like, you know, talking about movie news or just talking about movies and stuff, like movie chat or something? I do want to know. Can we have discussions about what makes a great animated film? I mean, it depends. Again, it depends on what the audience wants and all that stuff. And even then, it doesn't have to be just specifically that. Like, because even, I don't know if I could talk about, like, what makes a great animated film, you know, throughout the whole thing. Movie news would be cool, especially current upcoming ones. That's like, oh, wait. I'm interested in seeing you just talk about movies. Maybe that can help you getting through classics. Maybe, but although, like I said, I do want to try to save, like, you know, classic movie reviews for, like, you know, the memberships and stuff. And which, if I were to get members, this, like, the stuff for, like, you know, the live chats, that would be, like, extra. Like, I'm going to be doing public ones, so I'll have to see. Good fucking God. Why are there more trolls? Stop it. Who's doing this? My God. Oh, do you attend film festivals like Sundance, which just happened? I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to attend film festivals, but again, I can bear, like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, talk about it too much, but, you know, we don't really do great financially right now. Which is why one of the reasons why I really want to make this YouTube thing work alongside my job, so that, you know, yeah, like, you know, I want to, you can get Nightbot or something to auto-moderate chat and get rid of trolls. I might try to look into that, because I'm using OBS. I'm using OBS for this. So I need to figure out if that would work on YouTube or something like that. They might just be doing it to see a reactions point, probably. But at the same time, I just get easily distracted by this. So it's like, and it is tough. I might try to wrap it up here in a bit. So yeah, but like I said, I'll try to look into Nightbot. I'll probably try to look into Nightbot, see what's going on. See if I can try to do that. So yeah, but yeah, guys. This has been a crazy stream. Yeah, it has been a great stream. Like I said, I want to do more of these. If you want me to do more movie news and stuff, I'll try to talk about that. Right. But yeah, I'm gonna, like, if we want to try to do more. Wait, what is this? More Oscar talk also. Here's the thing. I have had an idea that I tried doing earlier last year, which was Oscar retrospectives. You know, looking back at previous years. You know how, like, the Oscar expert, you know, used to do, like, Oscar retrospectives and stuff? I want to try to do that too, giving my thoughts. But the reason why I did a couple of those earlier last year, but they didn't get any views. So, if that's something you guys want to see, I might try to do that. Next week. I mean, I have to try to watch a few things, but I could try to do that. I might try, like, 11 Oscar retrospective. You missed retrospectives. I'll do them if you guys will show up. If you guys will show up, maybe I could even make it a stream. You know, maybe I can make these. Maybe, like, if you guys will show up, maybe I can make the Oscar retrospectives into live streams. And we can just hang out, talk about all the categories. Well, the first segment will be, you know, talking about all the categories and stuff. Well, just me talking about, like, the categories and what won and stuff, and my thoughts. And then after that, then we can have, like, a segment for live questions, and you know, priority would come into, like, super chats and stuff. Like, I do want to maybe have a rule where it's like super chats would probably get priority over a lot of the other comments. Like, that would guarantee. That would guarantee your comment were here. So, yeah. Oh, retrospective. Let's go. Do you think if the 1998 Oscars had today's eyes, would Jim Carrey still get snubbed for The Truman Show? We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah. We will have to see. But yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I might consider doing... I think next year... No, like next... one I'll do will be a retrospective of Roma versus Green Book, since I've seen most of the movies there. Although, admittedly, like, that would be, like, retrospectives would take a while, because, like, I would need to see a lot of movies and stuff. But luckily with 2018, I've seen a lot of movies there as is, so I could probably just do that. But if you guys want to see retrospectives and you'll show up, you know, just like how you guys have been showing up now, I'll do it. Like, I will do it if you guys will show up. So, if you want to do that, awesome. And like I said, you know, the first segment will be me talking about all the categories and stuff. And then the second part of it will be me taking questions about the Oscars that year. And like I said, priority will be given to super chats. But I'll try to get all of them. But, you know, since there's a lot of questions as is, you know, I'll try to see what I can do. But with any case. Oh, wait. Can you get other YouTubers to do collabs? If they want to show up, if they want to, absolutely. I might try to ask around and whatever. I mean, obviously, I can't really ask the Oscar expert because that's like so big. Like, so, there is someone I might try to ask if they want to join me on the Oscar predictions. Actually, technically, maybe I might not be able to do the if I don't do a live stream next week, that will probably be because I am like, ooh, I'm trying to think. We'll have to see. Try asking Film Drunk what we would enjoy his thoughts. I will have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Maybe. Like, it depends on if he's busy or not. Or whatever. We'll have to see. Do you think Barry deserved a nomination? I can't say. Oh, are you talking about Barry Jenkins for if Beale Street could talk? I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Collabs could be fun. Absolutely. Like, they could. I want to do more of them. Hey, if anyone wants to collab with me, DMs are open. I mean, I'll do it. Do you live in a rural area or in the mountains since you live and have barely any theaters nearby? I live in West Virginia. And like the closest like Cinemark near me is like nearly 30 minutes away if you're driving. So yeah. Oh yeah, and I hope that you watch Zone and Anatomy as soon as you can. Great films. I want to. Sorry, I'm not a bot. I was looking out for you regarding the lack of cable. I meant CPN. Please Google it if you like. I actually work in the entertainment industry. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not exactly sure what that is, so we'll have to see. Wait. Credit privacy number? Unless you mean VPN. I don't know. That sounds pretty scammy to me. So yeah, no Barry Keoghan for Saltburn. Yeah, no Barry Keoghan. I'm waiting for the Zone of Interest to come on streaming. Anatomy of a Fall was incredible. I want to see both of those. Yeah. New York City Born. Do you know the film Drunk? Oh wait. Oh, you're just talking to them. You're just talking to them. New York City Born. Are you talking? You saying CPN? Are you talking about VPN or like CPN sounds really scammy because it's credit privacy number. That's what CPN means. Is that a typo? Because I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah. Like I said, I'll try. Like I am gonna try to get my Oscar predictions out next week. I want to see if I can get a special guest there, or maybe or if it doesn't come next week, I'll probably push it off a little bit. I do want to have a special guest though. I do want to have a. I do want to do that. Your letterbox is Nicholas Keenster. All right. Well, everyone has. Yeah, you have your letterbox right there. All right. But yeah. Yeah, next week is going to be that, and I might try to do a stream next week. Again, we will have to see. I do want to do more streams. This has been great. So, yeah, everyone. If we don't really have anyone else to say anything, to end it off, Your letterbox link won't work now, Hannahcast. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I forgot. Oh. Yeah, I put the wrong. Yeah, I need to update that. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, my letterboxd is at the Hannahcast. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to fix that on my channel. I'll fix that again. I didn't realize I didn't update it on my channel. So yeah, guys. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. This is probably going to be the last upload of the month, maybe, because there's not really much going on again. Because like, yeah, maybe next. Maybe on February 1st. I might try to do a stream. Actually, yeah, I'll try to do a stream next Tuesday or something like that. If everything kind of next Wednesday or something like that. So, yeah, maybe next week I'll try to do a stream. And then soon after that, we'll have to see. I'll do a stream next week. And then soon after that, I will do my Oscar predictions. And with that, stream, I might try to do that flashback to the 2018 Oscar race, Green Book versus Roma. We'll have to see. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait. Why is Burton's Charlie and Chocolate Factory in your top 4? Because I think it's one of the best movies ever made. I think it's fantastic. I think it's wonderful. So, yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. And if you want, if you don't, consider hitting that subscribe button. Because if you don't, Naiad will only get more nominations as the year progresses.